Um, uh, help! 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 Just, I don't know about that. Hi, friend. What's up, Diego? How you doing? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I did too much. Bye. No, I'll have to mess with it later. I got. All right, let's try this. Let's see what happens.
Let's go this way.
Oh, great.
I'm getting hit over here.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, God. Help. This bullshit. Why do we go in the... Oh, God. Oh, no, there's guards. Come, my friends, join me. Oh, shit. Oh, I can only have one out at a time. Oh, no. Well, that happened. And now let's us do this. Hi. Oh, it's not. Okay. Ooh, a natural 20. Beautiful. None. That ain't just the fact that waited whoever it was put that is ridiculous. And some tweets I've seen of people kind of knowing who they're talking about. I can tell you something, they're not a good person, does not need to be in position at obviously. And that's just a company thing. Welcome, everybody.
What is going on?
What?
What are you doing here? Did we go back in time?
I don't.
I
I think so. Maybe. Possibly.
Roshu?
I don't know. Yes.
What are you doing here? What's my name? My
Is it Rum or is it J?
I don't know. I guess I'm rum today. Fuck it. No.
How you been, man?
Holy shit. I've been good, man. Uncivilized Banter in 2024. One night stand, one night only. Holy shit, someone's gonna have a baby to this. Dude, no, it's just the fact that you remembered that. Hi, everybody. Roshu and I used to do this show a long time ago,
Oh
and we
yeah.
had many episodes. We were spanning over 100, easily,
Yeah. I mean, it was
easily over
uncivilized
100.
banter across the pond. At one point, it was
Yeah,
across the pond. There was something
yeah.
else at one point too, wasn't it?
We've done too many. We've worked together so much that I remember at one point in time we'd be talking before the show, and we would go, what are we doing today? Like, what is it? Is it the gaming one? Is it this? It just got to a point where I think it just became Groundhog's Day. We're just in front of a mic and we know we're supposed to be discussing something, but I know that's not what people showed up for.
Well,
So
I
it's
think like Cross the Pond started as a gaming thing, and then that if
yeah,
we the podcast really didn't end, it's just we stopped doing it for the Cross Pond, changed it to another name,
that's
and
right.
was gaming mostly gaming with other bullshit. Then turns to uncivilized answer to gaming bullshit and whatever the fuck we felt like.
Do you remember? I don't even remember.
I
God, I'm
think.
so old. I can't even remember any of the people that I've worked for. That's amazing. Just wait for another 10
Oh,
years.
no, I remember working for you. I don't remember who.
I don't know either. Right. I'm right there. I don't remember
Uh,
what game company it was. A game.
it was a
No,
it was
let
a
me think
site
about
of
this.
some
It was
kind.
a
Yeah, it was a
it was a
smaller. Yeah.
private. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. You got me. I'm right here. It was a private family owned video game store that for
Yeah.
I don't know how we even got into contact with them, I'll be honest. I don't
Was
remember.
it?
I
Oh,
don't know
was
who
it
said what to
something
somebody.
Prime was his username? I can't. I know. Cause I still follow him. He does most. It might be him. I might be wrong because he does most of like photography stuff now and everything.
Are you talking about Black Oh my god, no. That's not even the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about across the pond.
Yeah.
Remember when we started? It was for that video game
Yeah.
store. I
Oh
don't
no,
remember
the
what they were
Blackout
called.
Media was after that
Blackout Media
because we
was like
met
a
him through
year
doing that.
after. Yes. That's so crazy. But I remember they gave us they heard the first the game company. God, shout out to whoever they are. I don't remember. I miss them. They're fun. I remember we filmed one and we sent it to them and posted it, whatever. And like they were fine. There's like, can you not swear so much?
No.
And I
That
remember
didn't
there was a
work.
time. It we tried. Do you remember? Okay, longtime listeners who remember myself and Roshu from this time period. This part of our we have history now. We have lore. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
YouTube lore. That's fucking weird. I don't. Oh my god, that's super meta. Nah, man. I remember we were trying to stop me from cussing so much. So we would have like a swear counter, and I would only allow myself so many. And it made f bombs so much better. It made them have so much more meaning, even though I said about 7 in the first opening 30 seconds.
And then they just gave
Dude,
up, I think,
they
after
did.
some
They
point
did.
and accepted
It was
it.
so,
And
they were really great
I
people.
then I can't remember what happened after. It's just like did they decide to stop or we or just did or something happened with the store or something.
Yeah, I don't remember what exactly happened. I remember there was a mutual parting. I
Yeah.
just remember it was mutual, like, we were doing other things, we had other plans, because the show was actually getting traction at that point. Like, Across
Yeah.
the Pond was getting listened to and downloaded because I was still putting stuff on Podbean and other podcasting places along with being on YouTube. So, like, that was the thing. Our listenership was so segregated, and it was at a different time in YouTube and all that
Oh yeah.
social media stuff. I believe
What?
if we did it at a different time, yeah, things might have been a
That
little
was at
different. But
least
hey,
10
man,
that was what, 10 years ago?
yeah, a decade ago.
Fuck, I'm old.
9, 10 years ago? Yeah, 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 yeah. You know what's terrifying
Oh,
is that I look back at this time and I think back, across the pond, and then we moved on to Uncivilized Banter, and
yeah.
then we started working with B. His name's
Yeah.
Aaron Goldstein. He's a great photographer.
Yeah.
If you want to go get some good photography, you're out in the California area, go check out Aaron Goldstein. He's a photographer. I'm not doxing him; it's his job. So go hit him up. He's a great guy, lovely dude. Liked Ellen Page a little too much. I remember that.
Oh, it's
I remember
fine.
that. I remember. I know there's nothing wrong with that. I just remember there was a big deal there, and he knew her. He knew the shoe size, and I'm going, ooh, that's that.
I
You know what? If
don't
it wasn't
remember that.
you,
That is a bit creepy. Yeah.
dude. Oh, do you remember this conversation that we had on Across the Pond? I had it with B, and I had it with Jaco, the Great Dane of the podcast, one of our OG Tech Monkeys.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah,
I had a conversation with them about attraction in general. And do you remember what they did to me? What the fuck those two did to me? As much as I love them, they sat there and they made me bring up the furry scale. Now, for
Oh
anybody who doesn't know what the
god.
furry scale
That
is,
that
this is
must
a
have been one time when
scale.
I was still at Lowe's and wasn't able to make it. Oh my
Oh man, it
god.
was this hurt my soul. This hurt my soul. There's been two occasions where my dick stopped functioning. It was that time, and it was the other time that Fleets explained to me what Monster Girl was, and that's a hentai, and something happened to Jay that day that didn't come back up for a little while. That broke me. That I had to talk to my. This is embarrassing. My homegirl, a good friend of mine at that time period understood and was laughing at me about that, so she assisted me, and she did a wonderful job. She got me back on track. Lovely girl. I'm sorry, sweetie. You know who you are. You
Oh.
poor bitch.
Oh.
Oh God.
Well,
This
sorry
is
to
the thing.
disappoint you, but we're gonna have to bring the furry. No, I'm kidding. No, fuck that.
It's okay. It's all right. I've learned now. I've learned. The furries, and the reason I bring this up is because they are people who found like anime chicks hot, and I was going, "What the fuck? How is that?" I don't understand that. That was especially back then, 10 years ago, Roshu, that was completely new to me. That
Oh
was
yeah.
so foreign. I didn't understand any of that. So imagine having these two, for the lack of a better term, weebs look at me and just go, but look at the dimensions and the jiggle physics. And I'm going, I'm aware of the jiggle. Now I'm hypnotized. I don't know what to do. Why do I want to get Dead or Alive 6 for the wrong reasons? The physics engine is amazing. You
Uh,
know, I
but
just
one thing I've learned also, at least recently, is
sure.
all pretty much all IT people are furries. And according to, I don't know if you've watched any of this guy or anything, Pirate Software. If you haven't, I highly recommend going and watching him. He's really good.
I'm
But
frightened.
they're all furries because they're also the reason why so much of that Project 2025 shit got leaked because a bunch of furries hacked it and leaked all the shit.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. You got to back up a little bit. Can you explain to me what Project 25 is? I don't know if I want
It's
to
a,
know,
I'm not
but
getting into it. Besides, it's a political bullshit. Yeah.
oh, okay. Well, that sounds stupid. I don't want to deal with that.
No, it's
I don't
just a
understand
very,
anything about
very
politics.
bad political thing that needs to die.
Oh,
But I think it
okay.
has. But
Okay.
yeah, all IT people are
Okay.
supposedly furries. According to that, him could
But that makes sense. Think about it, man.
they're all
If the, okay,
furries and
if
they
you're
all have altars. They do. If you watch the tech guy on TikTok, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
all hail, all hail, Foxicus. Your orange and white fur is to be placed into my mouth on the altar. Sacrifice your canines to me. Shall I become Erectus? I don't know what just happened. Please
I
stop me.
don't know
Oh
either.
my God. Oh
Oh,
my God. I imagine myself, everybody's like, oh, cat ears. It's like, no, fuck you. Bunny ears, bitch. I'll put on a pair of bunny ears with some fox slippers and
real
some
cool.
dinosaur hawk hands and fuck a furry backwards wearing a dog suit with a squeaky ball in his mouth. The fuck do I care?
Real quick, yeah, yes,
Hey,
tacos. You should probably be happy about that.
wait, tacos. What are you doing here? Wait, okay, tacos is a long time listener.
Oh
Taco is one
yes.
of the most OG of OG listeners.
Oh,
Tacos knows about all the listener calls. I'm pretty sure all of us remember about the time that one dude took a shit on the listener call that he was in, and he ended the call by flushing the toilet and leaving like that. Oh my God.
what the fuck?
Holy
Oh, there's a few
this
I've
may
missed. I'm so glad I don't work at Lowe's no more. Fucking hell.
oh man. Oh man. There was some crazy shit that happened on Uncivilized Banter. And the thing was, the thing that killed me with back then, back in the day, is you didn't have the time that you do now with your
Yeah.
job that you have now to balance out the streaming and the content creation and all the stuff you're doing on Twitch. By the way, fucking awesome job, man. I'm really happy to hear that for you, to see
Thanks,
it.
man. I appreciate it.
Well, man, like it's not easy.
Oh
Like
hell no.
I remember you at the beginning, and then I remember at you at different peaks and times what you were doing, and I could feel it, and I knew that when you found something that was really suited for you on that platform, you were gonna do fine. And look, you figured it out. You're like, nah, man, I like what do you call it? Real time strategy? Is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
Real
You
time
like RTS?
strategy is kind of
Yeah,
focused.
man.
And like we discussed, I'm kind of switching to focus
Yeah, man.
more down on like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars stuff. Uh
I know. I remember we were talking about
yeah.
people who are listening on there off air. Roshu was trying to talk to me about Lord of the Rings, and I opened one of these links that he sent me, and and
it
and and my testicles shriveled a little because you have to understand. I saw the equivalent of 7 Bibles worth of documents, and I'm going,
that's not that
oh
much
my
shit.
God. And
No.
I'm going, wait
Oh,
a minute, this is a movie about walking. How the fuck does so much happen in what? And I went, you know what?
dude,
Life's an
it's
adventure. Take
way
a ride.
more than just fucking walking. But that's the thing. There's more than just those books.
That's
There's
true.
books
That's true.
before it. There's books before it, even in The Hobbit. There's stuff they've
Can I-
released recently for
There's
like
more.
snippets of stuff he didn't even
What?
fully finish. There's a
What? There's
lot of they're
more?
still releasing stuff that Tolkien just decided, "I'm not sure, I don't like it enough," and put it away. I'll get back to it later. They are finishing full books from these things.
Okay. Okay. I know I'm supposed to be because people like unfortunately like kids listen to me now and I hate that thought because I go, kids, I'm not a role model. Don't listen to me. I'm an idiot. I'm an actor. I have the most stupid, unimportant job in the world. Go be a scientist. Go be a math teacher. Do something awesome. But I sit there and I look at that and I go, if you're that prolific of a writer, okay, man, whatever mental instability you have, whatever drug addiction, if you're a booze hound, keep at it. It's clearly helping you write amazing shit. Like I can't even tell the guy to get healthy. I just can't. I want to, but I go, if I do and the person's normal, they're not going to be that great as a writer. Fuck, what do you do?
Ex
Date a furry.
exactly.
Would you ever date a furry, Roshu? There's a question. That's a very uncivilized bantery
I
question. Would you
I
ever date
think
a
my
furry?
wife would have an issue with that, but,
What? No, 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 no. What if Mrs. Roshu said, "Hey, baby, oh my God, Mrs.
real
Roshi, I'm
quick,
so
"Hey,
sorry.
bacon."
She's
Um,
gonna hurt me." I just thought about it, and I know Mrs. Roshu very well, and I love her. She's an amazing person, and I'm very terrified of that woman, and she knows that, and that's what's funny.
but
For 10 years, I have been afraid of your wife, and she knows it, and it's so funny because she goes, "Hi, Jay," and I go, "Hi, Miss Roshu. How are you?" I feel like a kid who just got caught stealing a Snickers, like,
but
and
and
and oh, I love her.
I guess
Oh,
to
she's
answer your
awesome.
thing, in all reality, none of that shit matters at the end of the day.
Doesn't it though? What if you're
Well,
like a PETA activist and then you look at that? Oh my God, could you
I don't
imagine a
give a
PETA person try to have sex with a furry? Isn't that
they'd
animal
probably
cruelty?
enjoy it more.
Whoa! God, that's just putting gas on the fire. You'd have the oh my God, you'd have the PETA person go dog wild like they'd have to. It's the ultimate. Oh my God, I think we just unlocked a kink in PETA people.
Uh,
Someone put this on Reddit. So wait, no, it's Twitch. I'm on Twitch, right? Clip this and put that on Reddit. Somebody get me in trouble, all right? If I was gonna get canceled, they would have done it 10 years ago when I was saying awful shit. No, oh God, I'm sorry, Roshu. I'm sorry.
oh, it's all
Ladies and
good.
gentlemen,
It's
ladies
all
and
good,
gentlemen, my
man.
name is ladies and gentlemen, my name is Game J. Roshu Gaming and all the subsidiaries and licenses and incorporated businesses are not responsible for the thoughts, opinions, and behavior of your friend here. Anyways, I've saved you.
Lies,
There we
all
are.
lies. We
Ah!
don't give a
Ah! Okay.
flying fuck. Pen is a piece of
Oh, and
shit
this is why.
organization anyway.
Do you remember when this was on, Across the Pond, we were talking about PETA got upset. They got butthurt because they made a
Uh,
Minecraft server,
oh,
and then
that's
everybody
right.
went in and killed the animals.
It's a fuck virtual animals. They are real. They can't feel pain.
For people who don't remember this was a long time ago, but Roshu and I found an article, and it was PETA getting mad because people went into their Minecraft server and were killing animals en masse. Don't tell the internet that you're going to build a Minecraft server where you get penalized for slaughtering pigs. It's Minecraft. Everybody in there, every Tom, Dick, and Harry with their hand on their willy is going to go in there and one click trigger every goddamn pig, cow, and chicken in the environment. It's normal. It's a video game. That was a lot of words. Holy shit, I heard that. I don't,
uh,
you know, I realized that there's a good reason why tacos and everybody else, you included, said, Jay, don't ever get actual power. You will destroy things, and it
I
won't
don't, I
even be
don't,
your fault.
I don't know. Nowadays, we may need something like that.
You know what? I am happy to be the Vas Montenegro of my island. Come to my island. I'll be your god. I'm a great god. I have coconuts. I'll be like Maui and sing you songs. I'll even bring you Moana. Dude, did you know there's a Moana too? It's so scary.
Yeah, they're making a second animated, and they're also making a IRL version.
Get the fuck out of here. They're
Yep,
making is The Rock gonna be at
yep.
55? Is he
He's
Maui?
playing Maui. Who else could?
The amount of steroids he's gonna
In all
do.
honesty,
Up
who
to
else
him.
could do it
Oh,
with
a serious
having
consideration?
the voice and all too?
Roman Reigns,
I don't know how good of a voice he
his
has though.
cousin. Oh, no, 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 you misunderstand me. Roman Reigns is just the actor, live actor. The Rock is doing all the voiceover. Like,
No, no, no,
so it's
no.
just
No, that
it's
would be
just
so
Roman
fucking
speaking.
weird.
It's the ultimate deep fake. It's Hollywood deep faking things. You just got Roman, big old gimpy Reigns out there. I fought leukemia. I'm just kidding. That's mean.
No, no,
I love you,
no,
Roman. But no,
no.
him going, I'm the big dog in the garden. Could you
I
imagine? I would love it.
uh
I want Roman Reigns, Mr. Superman Punch, singing the You're Welcome Part 2 song. Can we have that, Disney? You're already listening to me.
Oh, that'd be
Come on.
funny. I'm sorry. I'd love to actually see some bullshit. I don't even though I really don't watch wrestling too much anymore. Just see a something make fun of it where he actually goes, "You're welcome," sings "You're welcome" and super punches somebody. I want to see that now.
No, I think the strangest, most amazing thing. One, that's a
Uh,
great idea. Can we please have that? Can someone animate that? Where the fuck is Flump when we need him? Our old animator, our old
good
Irish
old flump.
animator who used to I used to you know what? You know what I paid him? When I paid him, you know what he used to buy? He used to buy cigarettes and energy drinks. That's what he spent it on. I'm just like,
Are you
whatever, man.
surprised?
No, he's an animator. Like, fuck, dude. Editors got it. I want to talk about this for a second. To all the editors out there and animators and all those people doing behind the scenes production work, I understand. I understand why every single one of you are addicted to caffeine, chain smoke cigarettes, and fucking hate life sometimes, dude. Like, it's a hard job. I salute you. People like Roshu and I, us two, I'm an idiot. Roshu's a smart guy. But hey, between the
Mm.
both of us, we got one brain. It usually goes in Roshu's ears. Either way, we appreciate you because we know how hard it is. Because we've tried to do it ourselves and we went, oh my God, I'm paying somebody.
Yep, yep. They're
I
right.
gotta say.
I'll say this because I already talked about IT. They're right there next to the IT guys too. Fuck
You know
that. I
what?
hate having to fix my own shit.
You know what? I love the one thing I miss in America is what was it? Best Buy used to have it. It was the Geek Squad. The Geek Squad. Oh my
Oh,
goodness. The Geek Squad were my best friends. Sure, they were a bunch of nerds who fucking hated my guts and thought I was stupid behind the scenes. But you know what? That's not what they said when I was paying them money in front of them to fix my shit.
nope. No. Well,
I
that's
look, it's
ITs
all
in
right.
general. ITs in
Exactly.
general. They will do everything they do, but as soon as you can't hear them, sometimes when you still can, they're a fucking
I
idiot.
got a
Why the
I got a
fuck did they
story.
call me
I
for
got a
this?
story for you. I got a story for you, man. All right. I knew a guy who worked in IT at a corporate entity, which I will not name because for anonymity and safety of his ass. So, homie, if you know me, I'm sorry, man, but this story is too funny not to tell. All right. My guy worked for IT. I'll put it like this. Roshu, what happens when you're disgruntled with your job to the point that you threaten to quit and you mean it?
You
You
should
quit.
quit.
You quit. Right. So that happened because over a
No.
pay dispute. So he quit. And then he decided
Oh
to
no.
go into a different type of career and say, I'm gonna make my money that way. Now, I will not specify what type of career this is because I will not say these things. However, I think you put two and two together. He ended up making a lot more money, but unfortunately, had a little more berries and cherries around his neighborhood every now and then. Roshu, I went to this man's house. When I was going to this guy's house, there were 8 police cars in the front of his neighborhood. When I pulled up to his spot, I told him, and he went, "Oh yeah, that's normal," and let me inside. I'm sitting there. I'm not. I gotta go inside now. Oh shit! I'm in Grand Theft Auto 6. Fuck me running. Oh God, I'm gonna die. I got out of there, Roshu. No lie, but I gotta be honest. You know, he was right for quitting IT. I'll just
Oh
say it
fuck
like that.
yes.
The way he was doing things, the stuff he had. I'm going. If you're gonna go a certain direction in life, you might as well go big or go home. And holy fuck, man, we're talking when he went big, he Babe Ruthed it. He Babe Ruthed it, man. It's the type of shit where I'm gonna put it like this. I went into this house and I went, oh my fucking God, I'm in training day. And when I left that house, I went, oh my God, I'm back in the real world. I'm in Blues Clues now. And then, I went off and did my own thing. Did you know? I have a story. Roshu, everybody knows that in my past I had dabbled in the pine cones. Dude,
Really?
yeah,
Didn't
you
know that
know,
at all. No.
I know it sounds like such a fantasy, right? Like Jay? Pine cones? Why would he do something like that? That's so oh.
Mhm.
Well, I was enlightened at that moment, and I turned on Blue's Clues.
Oh.
And let me tell you something. The second that the YouTube video went from the OG Blue's Clues dude, Steve, to the
Mhm.
other guy whose name I don't remember, oh, Roshu, things happened. Oh, I had an existential crisis. I had thought that I had shifted into an alternate plane, an alternate dimension. I thought H.P. Lovecraft was right. Everything in my mind started panicking, and then I looked at what I had in my hand and I went, "Oh yeah, that's right. I do have a time machine. It just never mind, I'm back. I'm good." And then I calmed down and I realized where I was, and then I made a sandwich.
Oh,
I just want
imagine
you to
that now though with Bluey.
Oh, man, dude, okay, look, I've analyzed but oh, you had to say this. I've
Why?
analyzed Bluey.
I don't understand
I've
why my wife
analyzed it.
loves it.
Look, no, 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 no. First of all, I love Bluey. Do 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 do. Yeah, I love Mom. Dun 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 dun. It's the shit. Bluey's dope, man.
Like,
Bluey.
I get it, but at the same time I don't. It's like
You know what,
with
Roshu?
that
You're just not
song,
a
oh my fucking god, that song.
Hey, man. All I
It's
know is that I'm a keepy uppy expert, homie. I'm a keepy uppy expert. I know what's when I become a dad, bro. I'm gonna be like Bandit, and you, everybody out here who knows that I will be a bandit type dad. I'm gonna be the one parent who will sit there, and if my kid go like thinks a thing of asparagus is a magic wand and says heavy, I'm gonna fall my ass on the floor, hit my face off the hardwood, and just
oh
sell it
yeah.
like I can't move.
Don't
I,
get me wrong. If I can I'll sit and watch that shit all day long with my kid and do random shit and do that kind of stuff. I have no issue with doing that. I just I don't know. I'm not
I want to hear it. I want to hear it, Roshu, because you talking to Mr. Bluey Superfan 9 million over here.
I don't get why so many adults like it that don't have kids.
That's a great question.
That's what I don't
That's a great
understand.
question. Now, I like it, not because I have kids, because I don't. Maybe, who knows, dude? I used to make music. I could be like Genghis Khan and father the whole fucking football team and not even know it for all I know. But what I will say, it that made me sound horrible. I was young. I was like Shawn Michaels. I needed the money. No, man. I think
Uh,
what it is the one thing I get from a show like Bluey, even to this day, from when I first saw it to how I watch it now, um, it's a really great example of manners. It's a really great example of how to be calm
uh,
and how to explain things.
oh yeah,
And it's not just for adults in that regard. Like it's not just how how the adults, how Chili and Bandit talk to Bluey and Bingo. It's also on how the kids talk to each other, and it shows a piece of life that we don't really have in real life anymore. It's different now. And I think that's the
yeah.
probably the most
That
powerful thing that brings it back to adults, even if they don't have kids, because we all remember that shit. We remember those moments with our parents. We because
exactly. Yeah, and
yeah,
that
bro.
I can see why. I guess more for me than anything. I'm not a fan of the fucking song. It's stuck in my head and it gets
Which
annoying.
one? Which one?
The intro song thing. It just it gets really it
Dun,
gets when
dun,
it's stuck
dun,
there, it gets
dun,
annoying
dun,
quickly.
dun, 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 dun,
You
dun,
rewind,
dun,
play
dun,
that.
dun. Roshu! Dun, 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 dun.
Baby shark. Doo, 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 doo. No, that's
Oh
even
my
more
god,
annoying.
that one, that one. All right, look, man, don't
Oh
do
my
it, don't do it.
god.
I know I'm Korean. I know I'm Korean. I'm supposed to.
Ah.
Okay, ping fong, ping fong. Okay, ah, 감사합니다. All right, I love you. Ping fong, 사랑해. Okay, I love you, but stop it. Stop it. No, no, a nail. Oh my God, you pulled the Korean out of my soul, Roshu. What the shit? Oh my God, I haven't screamed Korean except well, actually, I screamed Korean this morning. It was hilarious. I screamed at somebody. I called them an idiot, and they looked at me like, "What?" And I went, "Never mind. You don't know Korean." And I got sad. But no, no, no. Ping Fong, you wrong. You wrong, homie. I know. I know. You wrong for that. You wrong for getting all these little children having their parents get brain damage singing prostitute do. Did I say that's the plus 15 version when they get a little older, when they start watching TikTok. Hey, someone's
They're
gonna
already
clip
watching
it.
TikTok. Uh,
Oh, bro, someone's gonna clip it, man. It's like prostitute do 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 prostitute do 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 prostitute. And watch. Girls are gonna mean girl they fucking enemies with that shit when they see somebody in a pair of hot pants they don't like. This gonna be on bully feeds everywhere. I'm sorry, children. Learn how to defend yourselves.
uh,
Hey, real shit. Can I ask you a question? And I thought this was very interesting.
all right.
You remember back in the day? Because we old fucking fossils, right? We're old people. Like, don't get it twisted, people. We're old. We're ancient, especially on the internet. We're part of that generation, that scary, scary generation from the long, long ago that had to read. We had these things back in the day called the yellow pages.
Dun, dun, dun.
Duh. We also had this thing, it was this really interesting thing. It was beyond that big fucking portal that you never open. You know that thing? It's called a door. It's called outside. I'm kidding. Kids go outside nowadays. Now they're just too busy sending nudes to each other on Snapchat. It's getting fucking sick, man. But one thing I will say about growing up, when you grew up, if you got bullied, how did they bully you? It happened at school.
Yeah.
It was at a gas station or whatever. It was in front of you. Okay? How do I put this without making it sound bad? I don't really care because everybody's an adult here. Bullying used to take balls. Because and hear me out before anybody gets crazy.
Oh no,
Bullying
I
used to
hear you.
take balls in the sense that you had to physically walk up to somebody and do something or make fun of them. You had to like put it out there. There was a real threat because how do you know that dude's weak? Because there's a chance that the kid like might not like that and punch you. Did you
And
see what
here's
I
the
mean? There was
thing.
real consequence.
Here's the thing. It don't fucking matter if the dude's weak or not.
Hi,
If
bacon.
a person stands up and smacks the fucking shit out of you, you may think twice after, even if you beat the hell out of them. That person ain't gonna sit there and just take it. They're gonna stand up for themselves.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
nowadays,
and
you're
and
just
and
sitting behind a freaking computer desk, unless you know the person from school, then you know who it is. But still,
sure, sure. I
and
think what it is the reason I bring this up is because this really goes out to younger people and even people who may not even necessarily be in school. I think this applies universally, honestly. The one thing I look at with all that like keyboardy cyberbullying shit, every time I've ever because I used to train teenagers in martial arts, right?
oh, yeah,
And a lot of the times, the stuff that would bother them is that shit. It was the stuff that people would say online. And I would always go, well, are you afraid of them? Like, really, just like, are you afraid of these people? And they would go, no. And it's like, exactly. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, because they're pussies, man. They're pussies. They don't even have the fucking courage to say it to your face. Like, that's cowardly, man. Don't worry about it. Like, what would you do if what would you do if they were here in front of you saying that shit and they would go, I'd punch them in the fucking mouth. And I go, that's why they bully you. That's why they bully you over the internet because they know for a fact if they tried to say some crass ass shit like that, they're gonna get hit in the face. And it's not me promoting violence. It's what happens.
yeah.
It's what happens, man. That's called growing up. And
Mm.
I think a weird thing is that young people today feed off of so much on what's said online. And the biggest thing I try to tell even people my age, because I'm old as shit, Roshu. I'm ancient. I'm older than the time that hair forgot it was bald. And even I look at guys who are a little older than me and they got these weird insecurities. The fuck happened to people, man? What the
Well, I
fuck?
think it's also because a lot of people it's a lot to do with the internet and stuff, but a lot of people also had shit they never thought they had and never got treated for. Because there's a lot
That
more issues people have had, but no one ever felt like, oh, it's just don't worry about it. It's normal. No, the fuck, some of that shit isn't.
See, that's something that's interesting.
Like,
I've noticed that too.
and I
Go
don't
ahead.
mean like it's not normal for just in a general idea. What I'm getting at, it's not normal for that to be that way and not do something about it, not be given the right type of things to help with it and take care of it. And if you need medicine, take the medicine you need or get the correct teaching or stuff like that. In that sense
I
of
think
normal, of not to get help for it, not to find the
yeah,
right things to be able to have it and control it.
I understand that because there is a level of with mental health awareness being at an all-time high, which is a
Oh
good
yeah.
thing, admittedly. It is, it is. The only thing that I've noticed is that there is a percentage of the population that likes to exaggerate how
Oh yeah.
damaged they actually are, and I don't understand what all this fucking trauma nonsense is all about. And I know
It's
people are gonna take that the wrong way. It's okay if you do, all right?
yeah.
I respect your right to disagree, realistically. I think it's real and valid, but I've also met people in life who make that their identity, and that's where I find fault
Yeah.
with it because I go,
That
"Yo,
and
man,
that's
like,
an
that
issue.
you'll never get over it then. You'll
Okay,
never get
don't get
over
me
it."
wrong. Can you get trauma out of just things in our and like family life and stuff? Yes.
You
But is it
traumatized me.
everything? No.
You traumatized me, Roshu, with your no,
Uh,
what was it? I
right?
heard it was
Is
the
it
funniest thing in the world. You traumatized me because your verbal microaggressions invaded my safe space, so now I'm
that is
triggered.
fucking stupid. Real fucking real if you really want to get
I
it,
had to remember that.
real trauma is growing up with parents that beat the shit out of you.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, and I know people.
just leave you by yourself and not even be you just act like you're not around
That's true, man.
or
I
be
knew a
there.
girl.
That's real trauma.
It
Or
is, man,
things
and
happening that shouldn't happen to people. I'm not going to say certain things because,
oh, of course not. Of
but
course not. We know we're not stupid. I
but
think, and
that's
that's the thing.
yeah,
People,
microaggression
I,
bullshit. Come on.
I remember that shit was funny.
Mm,
But nah, when you talking about people who have been through bad shit, I have a homegirl who I know who I love her. I love her to death. I really do. She's a great friend of mine. And she has had some fucking shit
yeah,
happen to her, man. She's had a terrible card. And I won't reveal details, obviously, but it's
yeah,
a bad hand, a lot of bad shit. And in her situation, something that happened to her was she created this weird thing to where she kinda is almost unwilling to form long-term attachments because to her, it's like, "Why?" And I
yeah,
go, "Wow, man, like, fuck, dude."
yeah.
So I
And
get that. I
yeah,
get
and
that.
a
That's
lot of those
different.
people have that, like, and that's where also a lot of the things coming for the cyberbullying thing or bullying in general, where some
Cyber
people it really
see,
affects them because there's already shit going on in their life people don't know about.
and this is why I
And it's
always
causing more
this is
problems.
why you right, man. You absolutely right, and this is why I always tried to present and this was now, mind you, the advice on the age group and the
Oh yeah,
demographic I was giving this to was teenagers. So it was people in their teen years to around their early 20s when I was training all of them. The number one thing I would always say about all that other superficial shit, cyberbullying, all that stuff is like, dude, people who do that are pussies. Don't worry about that shit. How did I put it? Just you're above that. It's not what they call you, it's what you respond to. And I was trying to express to them the difference between trying to put some fucking fake ass body armor on and build an authentic self-confidence. Because I just had this conversation with somebody else today. I was telling the person that the only respect that actually matters in life is self-respect. If you can get up every day and look yourself in the mirror and you actually like who you are, you won, man,
oh
because
yeah,
no one can take that from you. And I think a lot of people, a lot of young people have lost sight of that because it worries me, man. And this is past cyberbullying. This is going
yeah.
on into a
Oh
different
yeah, and
territory.
they're not told this stuff.
I
They're not
worry
told
about that
anything.
shit,
A
man.
lot of them now, a lot of kids nowadays are. It's less like okay, you have generation. They're just going to. You have Generation X, or people are even older than us that are just like, get out of the house, leave me alone.
Yeah, that was
You had,
mine.
yeah,
They said later.
you had millennials that were kind of in between. I was
Yeah.
more get out of the house, leave me alone because there's 80
Yep.
y'all. I don't want to deal with all y'all at one time. That was different. I
That's
could
a thick
understand
ass
that.
family. 80
But
y'all, you're a fucking football team.
and then now you have today's where here's a screen.
Now see,
And
that
that's a
is
lot. I have
probably
no
the
issue, don't get me
scariest
wrong.
thing.
When I have kids and stuff like that, do I have an issue with them being on a tablet sometimes and stuff? No, I'm on a tablet a lot. I'm doing things,
But you're an
but it's
adult.
not
You can't give that
consistent.
to a kid.
Even a kid for a
Oh,
kid,
I see the difference. I
consistent.
see what you're
Like there's nothing wrong at sitting there where everyone's sitting and watching TV or just sitting and relaxing. Kid being on playing a game or watching something they want to watch while you're watching your show. I have no issue with that. But during the day, go out, go do things. But no, if they're
I'm really
today,
happy that you
most
put
kids,
that
it seemed like
distinction
to
in there.
me, a lot of kids are just ignored and then not disciplined at all.
Guy, I
And
think
there's a
I think,
big difference between disciplining and hitting and beating someone.
oh, I understand. I know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
especially because you're right, and I understand when you have kids, you're gonna look at it in a sense of
Yeah.
like, all right, within reason, I don't care, but my kid ain't gonna be on a screen all day. That's fucking gonna mess him
No.
up. Because guess
No.
what, Roshu? It's proven that it does. It
Yeah.
ruins kids. I was watching, and this is what I do now because I like to be informed on certain things. I was watching a interview with a elementary school teacher. We're talking like third grade, fourth grade, man. Kids, bro. Kids. It took them, I think, 6 months to
Mhm.
get through a chapter in a book because the
What the
fucking kids
fuck?
couldn't pay attention because they
Oh
couldn't
my
pay attention
god,
because everything in
no.
their life is being done on screen. So they don't have the ability to sit there and focus because everything in their lives is instantly given to them. It corrupts their ability to think. And then I was going,
No.
maybe this is just one class, right? Maybe it's the
Yeah.
shitty teacher. And that, nah, man, I'm looking at it across the board, looking through Google Scholar at 3 o'clock in the morning, killing caffeine. I'm going like, oh my god, this is fucking terrifying. I think I found a conspiracy theory. I'm going, oh my god, no, it's real. It's real. It's right in front of me. It's happening every day. And I go, oh god, no wonder we're fucked, man. Nobody wants nobody's telling kids to be scientists anymore. Oh shit. Don't
And
have my job, kids. My job's retarded. Like, no, no. Do something
it's
with value. Good God. Roshu has value. He actually educates people. I just make people just I make people turn their brains off for 20 minutes. I am the human equivalent of a Michael Bay movie. Like, please don't listen to me.
it's just
I'm Bay Formers.
I don't know. It's just one of those things like now I can it's just one of those it's weird, man. It's weird. Like I have no issue with like people being using screens and stuff, but at the same time can't do too much.
I think I think one of the most dangerous things humans ever did was invent the smartphone because there's a lot of people in our population that aren't really able to kind of handle it. And that's not me
Yeah.
being mean, people. This is a reality. We all know the difference between an internet person and a non-internet person. We know the difference between a person who is on social media and versus someone who isn't. You can tell, you can see it in how they behave and how they communicate, what words they use. And this is new, Roshu. This
Oh yeah.
is new. This is
Yeah.
a brand new thing that's developed in humanity over the last since around 2010s after the smartphones got put out. You started seeing this change and it became this weird thing. Not weird, it was eventually gonna happen, but to experience it is weird. You have these weird sections of people now. It's like internet people and smartphone people, and then people who are kind of against it, and then everybody who's kind of like super away from it, then these people who meet in the middle, and everything just seems so disconnected. And I go, why is this so hard? I walked into a Starbucks. Okay.
Mhm.
Every single person was looking at a phone. Roshu, I could have robbed it. I could have robbed the entire store. I could have stolen from the register. Nobody would have paid it. I'm serious, man. Even the dude making the coffee was sitting there looking at something stupid on the internet. when he's making a coffee. I'm going, dude, do people not understand how bad this is?
Yeah,
I'm the only
it's
Roshu, in like a cafe, in like a Starbucks, like, well, like 20 people maybe. I'm like the only one of the only ones like aware of where I am, and I'm going, that's not
I guess I'm
good.
weird 'cause I'm intertwined. I can sit there being on my phone and see shit happening all everywhere and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna walk away from this person because just I notice shit.
Now, mind you,
I see shit."
as I say all this, I want to inform everybody that I am a rare, extreme case of
Yeah.
a non-internet person that is extraordinarily on the internet way too often.
But yeah, that's like what's weird. It's like I don't get how people like I can be on my phone call. I can see I notice things. It's like people have lost that feeling of something is weird. Like lost that ability to see things while doing other things. If you get what I mean.
I do, man, I
And
do.
it's just like,
But in
but
this in this in this crazy sea of humanity, Roshu, I dude, this thing, you gotta help me out here. Okay, I gotta switch topics real quick because this thing's invading my brain. It's been
all
invading
right,
my brain since I talked to you earlier today. All right. Yesterday, I had a small call with you
yep,
and the wife, and you guys were off to see a movie.
yep.
And you when you told me the movie, you said it was Deadpool 3, the Deadpool and Wolverine. All right. Okay. When you went and watched it, I rented it and watched the goddamn thing so we could talk about it. All right.
Oh wait. Which rented?
Yeah.
How could you rent Deadpool 3 when it just came out?
Think about my fucking verbiage, sir.
Oh yeah. Never mind. My
Yes,
brain
I
not working.
rented. I acquired I
Okay. But
acquired
fair
the
warning, just
ability
real
to
quick.
watch.
No fucking spoilers are gonna happen.
No, no, I just
Just to
can
let
you
people
just
know.
can you can you just explain to me any of it without spoiling it? Because I I'm
Okay.
lost.
Have you
I'm
watched
very
any of the
lost.
other movies?
Yes, I've watched
Okay.
them with on movie nights with my own circle of people.
Okay. So are you lost in the fact of what the fuck was happening with the timeline thing or what?
Yes. Yes.
Well, if you remember in 2, he went back and stopped a lot of that shit that happened in 2. None
I
of
do
the
remember that part.
X Force guys died. And sorry, this is spoilers. If you haven't seen 2 yet, where the hell have you been in the last few years? Uh,
Probably working on the 3rd movie.
yeah. But
Oh, wait, they must have seen it.
but yeah, that changed so many things. Like he stopped his wife from dying, that changed a lot of things. So that's where a lot of those things got changed. And if you haven't watched anything of Loki, you wouldn't really know what the TVA is
Yes.
either, where
Okay.
it
Loki's already been out.
affected, yeah, that affected
Yeah, help me out
that
here.
affects timeline stuff also.
What's a Loki? Oh, wait. The
From Thor,
that's that's Thor's green brother, right?
yeah,
The Green Ranger of the Green Ranger Power Ranger.
yeah.
Oh my god, I probably pissed off so many Marvel people
And
just now.
I just
And
realized a
Power
lot
Ranger
of people are
people.
going, "What TVA's in Deadpool 3?" Hey, you didn't watch the
Wha
fucking trailer or realize that how the hell certain person got back.
I'm so confused now.
But it's like there's certain things you should already fucking know. I'm not
Shit.
spoil, but
Shit.
it's like that.
All I know is
That's how is like they grabbed him to do things. I they
phrasing. You
did
said
certain
grabbed him.
things to be able to take and cause those change,
Uh,
like make the things happen. I can't say and explain anymore without really spoiling shit, so I'm trying not to.
can we spoil it? Wait, oh
No,
wait, no, it's new, right?
it just came out like what Thursday or Friday. I'm
Did
pretty
it
sure
really?
Taco's going. I'm gonna tune out. Has not seen it yet. I'm not gonna be. I already did a
But I'm so
spoiler,
concerned.
but I'm not going to
Wait a minute.
spoil.
Wait a minute. So hold on. So hold on. So hold on. So hold on. So the events of Deadpool 1, whatever. The events of Deadpool 2, when he went back in time and fucked with Mr. Goldie
Yeah, when he
cross-eye guy
changed
over there.
the events of
I
like
like
her
that
his
how you said it. When
wife.
he changed the thing with the time.
Yeah, with his wife and with the X Force guys and all that. If that changed thing, that affected and all and everything. That's how certain things are in for Deadpool 3.
Ah, alright. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. So, wait, so ooh, okay, I saw it, and there's a couple things I got questions about. I'm probably gonna have to ask you at a later date, though,
Mhm.
when we're off air, because that is very spoilery, because it's, like, halfway through the movie, and I'm pretty sure that constitutes a spoiler.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, wait, I remember, what was it? It was what was that Marvel movie I saw? You wouldn't know, you weren't there, obviously. I think it was Shang-Chi. I think it
Sha
was Shang-Chi. Alright,
Shang-Chi was what about
yeah,
the 10 rings? Is
yeah.
that the one you talk about? Yeah.
I wanted yes, I wanted to see Shang-Chi in a Deadpool movie. The entire time I was watching it. The entire time. Just not, like, carry the whole movie. I just want him in there because I just wanna see that
Well,
fucking
yeah,
actor's face when he deals with the character like Deadpool. Just look at him and go,
I think
"Oh my god."
eventually they will have it at some
So,
point in another movie or Deadpool part of other movies for them because they're just now because it was a Fox there were he was Fox, but now they're
is
just
that
now
how it got
integrating
worked
it
out?
into universe. Yeah, because he was a Fox property, now Disney because they own Fox.
Oh my god.
And that's
Oh
how a
my
lot of
god.
things are being able to get changed.
Okay, Hugh Jackman's fucked. He's never getting away from that role now.
Oh, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
He can say he will never do it again, and then someone's gonna send somebody over, probably Halle Berry with a couple of million in a briefcase. She'll suck his dick, and then he'll do it.
Well, it's just the thing is, from what I understand, the whole reason he
Maybe as a
came
younger
back
man.
was because of Ryan Reynolds for Ryan Reynolds. It
So send
wasn't
Ryan Reynolds to
for
give him a
Disney.
hand job. He'll do the movie. Ryan's a nice guy. He
Oh
seems pleasant enough. I'm sure he'll give somebody a backseat handy in a limo.
yeah. I think we can let tacos know that we're probably done with any possible spoilers.
Oh, there was no spoilers going into it
Yeah.
anyway. All I know is that movie's absolutely worth watching if you're a fan of Deadpool. Like, I encourage to watch it because I'm a casual fan at best. There are 2 comics I know anything about, okay? It was Spawn, and I think that was it. I think
Yeah,
that was
you
it.
know
I
that
think I knew Spawn.
tell tacos. There really was no spoilers, Bacon. Most of the things I talked about were stuff you've seen in trailers anyway.
All I know is that I feel
Yeah.
like I feel like that movie was entertaining. That
Yeah.
when I was watching it. Now, mind you, there's other elements that I know for a fact longtime fans of Marvel, like big fans of Marvel, they'll lose their shit.
Oh yeah.
They'll lose their shit. Like they're gonna be very satisfied, honestly.
Oh
But I'm
yeah.
looking at it just from what it is, and I'm going, what the fuck is this? Like, this is crazy. I'm watching this movie and I'm going, there was only one other movie that gave me this feeling, and it's when I saw the first Doctor Strange movie. Because something happened in Marvel to where it just became so ridiculously awe-inspiring to look at it. And I went, "What the fuck?" Deadpool is just such a crazy insane like, everything about that shouldn't work, but it does, and it really works in a powerful way.
I I exactly. I think this Deadpool was just a fuck it. Let's see what happens kind of thing.
I don't think anybody else could have done it.
Oh no, no, no. I don't think Ryan Woos is the person for it.
It's weird. It's weird to say that, and it was such a sleeper Deadpool as far as an actor consideration. Like, I don't think anybody knew how much he really cared about this character when people first started talking about him in it, and when he first got cast and all this kind of stuff. I'm sure people behind the scenes knew, or maybe comic fans were saying, "No, Jay, we knew." It's like, "Hey, oh, the rest of the world doesn't know."
Oh yeah, but
Like, the rest of the world doesn't pay attention to that shit. We just see the movies and go, "Holy fuck, that's awesome."
yeah, that's really, and it's just like Bacon just said, someone at IGN won and someone else played Deadpool. I couldn't see that. Like I could not see that.
It's like Jim Carrey when he played Dr. Robotnik in the Sonic movies. Everybody thrashed him. But if you look back at it now, you go, "Oh my god, who else is gonna play?" Maybe Tom Hanks or
No,
Dustin Hoffman.
no, no.
I would love to see Dustin Hoffman be Eggman. That'd be amazing. He's old enough and crazy enough to play.
No,
No! Oh my god! I just thought of it. I have changed the perfect casting for Dr. Eggman in the live action Sonic movies. Hear me out. Jim Carrey, we love you. You're great. Thank God you found your identity again. We're happy for you. But listen to my words, Roshu. 2 words. Danny DeVito as Eggman.
Danny DeVito's Eggman would be amazing.
He already has the haircut. He's already built for the role. No offense, Daniel. And I would love to see Danny DeVito be unhinged and just walk on a set spitting apples at people
When has
or
he not
mushrooms.
been?
I don't know. Actually, I think Danny DeVito has had an entire career off playing mobsters, shady types, or guys who are just having a hard time. I mean, look
Yeah,
at the whole series of movies he did with Arnold Schwarzenegger or Schwarzenegger. Depends what his
yeah.
wife calls him on the day.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That was
yeah.
the Twins movie. Or Junior? The fuck was that? Why did we get Arnold Schwarzenegger pregnant? I don't know who. Okay, who gave the movie executives the excessive amounts of cocaine and said, "Hey man, let's just put Arnie in a bunch of shit." Like, all right, okay, man, all right,
Ja
I'm down with it.
Bacon's thinking Jack Black is Eggman. No,
Jack Black's a great actor, man, but I
not
don't
not
think
Eggman.
not Eggman.
He was a damn good
No,
Bowser though. Fucking great.
what are you talking about?
Have you not seen the Super Mario movie?
What?
The new Super Mario movie.
Oh, dude, no, no. I've been traveling and acting. Like, dude, I'll talk about that later. But like, dude, I've been real busy. I haven't had time
Dude,
to sit down and like do any of
you
that.
need to watch it. So you don't know
Man,
about the Peach song.
no, dude, I'm still catching up with Cobra Kai.
Oh
All right,
God,
like I'm still
man.
catching up to Cobra Kai.
You,
What the
you,
fuck did Jack
this is
Black do to
this
the
is
Mario
homework for
brothers?
you today. You gotta go watch it.
Oh no, what did that insane forever eighth grader do
Oh, hold
to
on.
Mario Brothers?
I
I
want
say
I
this as
want
a
to
compliment.
bring up videos showing it, but I don't want to spoil it also because it's too great.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think you know what I'll do? I'll do a react video to those. I'll make some content for my YouTube channel because everybody's been mad at me. They're like,
John
"Jay, we
goes,
like
I
your
agree with
music."
that. I agree with that. It has to be on the
There you
movie
go.
night.
All right. All right. Sounds good. I'll do it then. I'll do it then because now I'm thinking like, okay, I'll record it. Fine.
And
I'll record it.
I'll be honest, you'll probably end up liking it and think it's probably one of the better, if not best, adaptations of a video game world to a movie.
I mean, look, I like Jack Black. I think Jack Black is one of the most multi-talented talents that we have ever seen. We'll never get another one.
Oh yeah,
There's no one like him. He he's he is insanely talented. And I'm not just talking about Tenacious D. I'm talking about his ability to adapt to any scenario you put him in and still come off like, "Oh my god, did they just start like that's just Jack Black. They just filmed them." That's
yeah.
hard to do. That's so hard to do, man,
Oh
to
yeah.
just be yourself even though
Uh,
you're in a role.
Unfortunately, speaking of Tenacious D, did you hear that he's no longer going to be doing it with him with his
No,
partner?
what happened? Did
So
somebody molest somebody? Is
no,
that what happened? Because now
what?
everybody's a fucking predator. Don't meet your heroes, kids. They'll probably grape
Yeah,
you.
but no,
Oh,
what
shit. Oh my
happened?
god.
what happened was, and this is going to go somewhat political, not really, because it shouldn't happen either way. I don't know if you heard, like someone shot at Trump and tried to assassinate him.
Ca can we just talk about that was probably the most American thing that I'd ever seen?
I don't. I would say no, it's not an American. Because think about it, only what?
No, it's the way he responded to it.
Oh
It's the
yeah,
way
the way
Trump
he was
how
trying
he
to.
took it. Trump,
Yeah, as much as I don't like him, but yeah, but
dude, political differences
this
aside,
this is
Trump got shot at, he
yeah.
wiped his face,
Well, no,
and the
I'm
only thing he's
sorry.
concerned about is his shoes. I'm going like, "Wow."
No, the most American
That
thing is when what was I know I can't believe I can't think of it. The old president got shot in the chest and just kept speaking his speech.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, Teddy.
Teddy Roosevelt.
That
Trump's got a
that
close
that is
second.
the most no.
Trump had a close second when he was playing golf and he made his putt, and then he looked at the camera people, he's like, "Unlike the shooter, I don't miss." And it's like, "Oh, god. Oh,
No,
you fucking crazy
but
man."
no, but like so what happened was his partner on there, there's cake, I guess it was birthday or something. He says, well, I wish
Yeah.
next time they don't miss. I'm sorry. No. I don't care who the
Dude,
fuck you are,
no, you
what
can't
you
kill
are.
people, man.
That's just wrong.
Nah, man, you can't kill people, man. That's messed up. No, 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 no. No killing. No, 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 no. There's better ways to solve conflict. There's better look, we have the internet now. You can just make fun of people. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, but yeah, like I don't care who you are. That's just fucking wrong.
Everybody here at Uncivilized Banter is the act of murdering people. We don't wanna do that. I'll rip your face off in Tekken.
Unless they're a
Like,
pedophile.
dude, you know, I
What?
mean, like, bro, that's fine print stuff. We don't gotta read that out. Do I gotta read out the fine print? Shit. That's like 18 pages, man. You should have told me. God.
Yeah.
Is it just like the mortuary business that you had that I had to read the fine print out when you were cutting? I mean, addressing the chop shop client. Yes, addressing the chop shop client that they were
Uh,
paying us to service their parts. Mufflers. That's right. Roshu, stop me talking. I'm gonna get arrested.
uh, um, Bacon, I'm pretty sure he hasn't seen Star Wars Acolyte yet. If he hasn't seen,
Okay,
I
okay.
still need
Let
to
me.
finish that. I've not even finished it
You
yet.
are a
I've been
Star
so
Wars
busy.
fan. Everybody's a Star Wars fan. Jay doesn't know anything about Star Wars. Jay, I'll give you my understanding of
Nope.
A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and
Mhm.
Return of the Jedi. That's what I know, and that's it. I don't know anything else. All I know is that Darth Vader is Luke's father. That's what I know. I remember seeing what's his name? Oh shit. He was Emo Vader. That's what I
Yeah,
called him. I'm sorry if I'm making fun
yeah.
of it. Yeah, okay, see,
I know who I
apparently
know who you're
everybody
talking
knows.
about. Yeah,
I saw
driver.
Emo Vader.
I can't think of his full name right now.
All I know is Emo Vader
Yep,
was
Kylo Ren.
was yeah. Kylo complained. His ass was talking to his helmet and he's looking at it and he's going, "Grandfather, like
Well,
speak
I
to me."
think it
And
was they're trying to portray that conflict between him being wanting to be good or
man,
bad.
you know
Honestly,
good
and
and
even
hell well.
Driver said it in an interview. They changed his character to do that. He was supposed to be just fucking evil and gone, and they should
Okay,
have done
so
that.
so that does tell me at one point in time this might have happened. Somebody called James Earl Jones, and James Earl Jones might have got his hands on a script, and he might have looked at that dialogue and said, "I don't think I'll be doing that." And then it's just an ooh,
But
okay,
see, that's
okay.
the thing. I like Driver. I like as an actor. He's. I think Driver is really good. But he
I
was giving
love his
something that wasn't
advertisements.
great,
I love his advertisements he did on the internet for
and so.
Squarespace.
But it's
It
just
was
like,
just a double of Adam
yeah.
Driver side by side, and sometimes he was, like, carrying himself, the other times he was, like, picking himself up. I was going, "That is the
Did
best thing I've ever seen in my
you
life."
know he? I th- believe he. I know he's a veteran. I believe he's actually a Marine, if I remember
That is
correctly.
amazing.
Hmm,
He picked the right field to go into
okay.
then, good for him. I have nothing against the guy. I just look
Oh
at
yeah.
Star Wars and I go, "I know Luke." Actually, it's not Luke, I am your father. It's no, I am your father. But I know Luke, I'm your father. I know. No,
Or
it's not possible. Search your feelings, you know it to be true. No! I know that part.
Yeah.
I know, what was it? I remember feeling very suspicious about Return of the Jedi when I saw that on VHS because I was going, "How the hell did they get all those midgets in those costumes?" And then I went, "Oh my god," as I got older, and then all the light bulbs went off in my head, Roshu, and I went, "Oh my god, they hired midgets and kids. Shit,
Yeah,
that's awesome."
but might as well. Kids had a fucking blast. You know that they
Dude,
had
that's what I'm saying.
they had a
Could
fucking
you
blast.
imagine the divorced dad that got to take his kid onto that movie set? It's like, "All right, kid, you get today." "Really, dad?" "Yeah, Imma go get a pack of smokes." "You gonna come back this time?" "Sure I am."
Oh, that's fucked
And then he
but
wound up
true.
on Lucas Ranch.
Oh,
No. Oh, that's how we got the bet. Oh.
no,
You know what?
but
I think Roshu, you and I need to open an adoption agency. You know why? A nonprofit adoption agency. This is and we'll promote it as a way to ensure that your daughter doesn't wind up on OnlyFans. Like, we'll give them stable role models.
real quick on the OnlyFans thing. To each
What,
their
did you make
fucking
one?
own. No, hell
Dude, did
no,
you make one? Come on,
hell
man. I'll
no.
buy one from you. What are you selling?
Hells to the no. I'm
What's
good.
wrong with the Oh,
Not for
come on.
me.
Tell me Roshu Army right now. Are you telling me of some Roshu Army stuff? Roshu feet pics incoming.
No one wants to see my ugly ass.
10 American dollars. Roshu will do a feet pic with Jack
No one wants
under
to see
his
my ugly
toes.
ass feet. Um,
Bro, you will be surprised on the amount of people that'll pay for your feet right now. Down payment. Look, weird money is money. Guess what? Weirdos just seem to have the best bank accounts.
nah, I'm
I
good. You can,
Roshu?
Jay. I'm good. But no,
All right,
on
let's
that
let
when
Roshu, do you wanna have some fun? Let's make me an OnlyFans account. You wanna have some fun on Uncivilized Banter? Here, open a web browser. I'll give you the email.
no, because
Make me an
with my
OnlyFans.
luck, things will come up that don't need it. Can't be on Twitch.
Ah, you know what? Perfect time. Roshu, do you have a alternative to Patreon exclusive we could do for your viewers? We can make an OnlyFans for Game J, and we could do something horrendously horrible that'll rob me of all my dignity and give you about, I don't know, maybe about 10,000 followers. Like, well, I'll do that for you. I love you, man. You're
No.
my buddy. I can't commit a felony for you. I'm too far. I might as well
Oh,
do something horrible for a friend. What are friends for? Ah, God, can you tell I'm an actor? I have no dignity whatsoever.
oh,
I'm a dancing whore.
who
I'm a
does
hot
anymore?
tub girl on
Um,
you. You just said it yourself. You just proved how much of a moral compass you had. You said,
oh
"I'm
no,
not gonna do it."
I just don't feel like doing it.
Oh,
Yeah, I ain't for
Roshu,
anybody for the one
Roshu,
person that can see that kind of stuff.
Roshu, just the pinky toe.
No, no, no one wants
Come
to
on,
see it.
man.
No one wants to see my ugly ass feet.
Man, I'm telling you right now, Google it. You
Oh
will
no,
quickly be
I am not
argued.
googling that. Hell no,
Oh,
I'll see things that will scar me for life.
all right. I was thinking about my podcast. Never mind. Sorry. I thought about that. I went, we would Google that and show everybody and probably get banned.
I
You know,
will get scarred things for life.
You know what though is one
Oh,
thing I was thinking about? In our all of our years of doing podcasts together, all the crazy stuff that we got up to and all the content that we actually showed. Now we showed it in a fair way.
yeah.
Like we did. We didn't like dominate it and just not talk. Like, no, no, no. We were actually responding to it.
Oh yeah.
How did that not get us kicked off YouTube?
Because
Because think about the stuff.
we didn't show anything that was actually against the terms of service.
That's
It's
true.
not
Although
hard to follow.
you know what? We did bring up a whole subject about two people getting caught banging in a Bed Bath and Beyond.
But that's the thing. We talked about it. We didn't show someone doing it.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Like, think about this. How badly are you craving some horizontal mambo? If you're sitting there at Bed Bath and Beyond looking at fucking incense and candle holders and go, "Hey, baby, want to go over there to the mattress real quick? I got an idea." You know, like what? Dude, lay off your Blue Chew subscription. Seriously. Roshu?
Some
Roshu?
people just like the idea of trying to get caught, possibly getting
Wow.
caught. I have
Is that
no
what it
fucking
is?
clue.
Is that what that never occurred to me. Is it the possibility of getting caught in a very private act in public?
Yeah.
Wow.
To each
Huh.
their own kink.
Roshu, we are gonna conduct a social experiment. I am gonna choose, they gotta be over 18, one of the lucky members of your audience, and we are gonna do a
No.
social experiment. It's YouTube will pay you. Okay, fine, I'll do it. I'll pay you. Whatever. DM me. It's good. Let's make some content. It's fun.
No.
Why do I feel like that's something a lot of people said before going to jail?
A lot have. Technically, if
Have
you're
you
paying
have
for
you
it and
noticed this?
recording it, it's not illegal.
Hey, exactly. That is a real thing. I do not encourage prostitution,
Don't,
but if you
don't,
buy a prostitute and you put a camera there, and if they catch you, it's like, ah, hey, I'm filming it.
don't
It's
worry about it,
porn.
Mazer.
That's legal. That's legal, motherfucker. Don't worry about it, right? Yo, hey, hey, and it's a different age now. It's a different age. If they bust in on you, just flip out the camera phone and be like, "Hey, man, this is a different thing. This is a vertical video. Look, I
I,
work for this. I work for this company. They just look. We just working, man. Hey, man, do I come to your job and try to fuck you up when you trying to bust? Come on,
phrasing,
man. We all
Jay.
trying to catch. Well,
Phrasing.
we all trying to look. We are all trying to catch proverbial nuts. Some people are just physical.
Uh,
Look,
but
man. Look,
yes, it
man.
was a
It's
joke
the
made
thing.
on there, Mazer, but it's true. Um,
It is true, man. How many people you know right now? Never mind. I thought about it. I thought about it. I thought about it. Thank you. Thank you. You got me going back to my old environment where I was brought up. I'm thinking about the two crackheads that used to walk by and I knew what they was up to and it was always deranged. Ooh. Ugh. I got a story for you, Roshu.
oh no.
I
Go
got a
from
story for you.
crackhead deranged, and now you have a story? Oh no.
Actually, you know what? You wanna know what the funniest story in the world is right now? It's a short story. It's like a two-sentence horror story. I found mashed potatoes in my pocket just now. I'm
What?
not lying. I found mashed potatoes in my
What the
fucking
fuck?
pocket. I had a lunch. I had a lunch, a business lunch with a sponsor and somebody I'm working with in a film, and it was a nice conversation, whatever, blah blah blah. And for somehow, I guess a little mashed potato just found its way into my pocket. Now I heard about people being kleptos, but typically if you're gonna steal food, wouldn't you like put plastic bags in your pocket? I didn't have any of that.
Yeah.
I got mashed potato and pocket lint in here, buddy. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on.
Speaking of movies and shit, man, what you been up to?
Oh my fucking god. Oh Jesus, Roshu, where do I begin? Okay, I took this was a few years ago when I took a hiatus from everything on the internet.
Yeah.
Roshu, I could talk about this on air with you because people who do know me have a right to know. Anybody who's followed me for a long time has a right to know this because I'm past it to a point to where I can talk about it and it'll give a little clarity to my absence on the platform and other things like that. Uh, I had a lot of personal issues, right?
Yeah.
And some things fell apart in my life to what I'll keep all the names and what actually happened out of it. It's just I fell in a bad patch and that's why I was gone. And I was gone for a good couple of years, man. I don't think you or anybody heard from me for about what, 2, 3 years?
At least, yeah.
Yeah, at least maybe longer. I think it was like 5, to be honest. I mean, I was
Yeah, it
done.
was a big
And
gap.
yeah, and part of that crisis, man, is one that I think that I need to be open about. Because I think it applies to everybody in the creative sphere. When I was away for that amount of time, I stepped away from everything creative too, because I was having a crisis at that moment in everything that I did, right? Man, you've known me for a long time. And you've always known me as someone who's done this, who's voice acted, who's made music, who's always done something in entertainment.
Oh yeah.
I've been, man, I've been doing that since I was 16, since I was a kid. And as you get older, you start wondering if what you're doing is the right thing. And it's not just about money, it's about the passion, it's about, a person, what matters to you. And I wasn't sure if it was right for me because there came a time to where I felt like I'd wasted my portions of my life when I could have been doing other things. I feel like I had taken other opportunities that were guaranteed, Roshu. I'm talking like good schools and that type of stuff. Because I was an athlete. I have black belt in taekwondo. I was a good athlete. I had the ability to get those. Plus I had the grades. But instead I went this other route. So I was doing that and looking back and forth, and it was tough. And it got to a point to where I realized why I was so miserable and why I was
Mhm.
so upset and not happy in life. It came because I wasn't making anything. It's because I stepped away from beautiful people like you and your wife, and like good friends that I made, like Fleets and other dudes like Bearded Broman, and even more recent people like some companies I've been working with, like Bjorn and Lars, and they don't know I'm saying this about them.
Yeah.
They don't know, and I love them, but whatever, right? Like Bjorn and Lars and my other friend Erica, I love her to death. She's like a good friend of mine, and there's a million other people I can name right now that I'm not remembering, and I'll feel bad if I forget all those people. So I'm sorry, but I love you all for the ones who have helped me. And what helped me realize, what I helped what I figured out, is that I have to create things,
Yeah.
whether it's music, whether it's acting, whether it's whatever. And I realized that was the ticket. And it wasn't necessarily about anything other than that's who I am. And I figured out who I was in that really weird time where I was away and I was so disconnected and away from everybody. And ever since then, I came back. I started streaming and on Twitch and all that kind of stuff. And then I took another little dip. Okay. Everybody remembers when I came back. And then I took another little dip, and I haven't been on any platform. I haven't streamed a damn thing, haven't done an interview or anything until this one with you, man. And that was because the other things in my life had happened.
Yeah.
I had gotten out of a relationship that was very important to me at the time, right? And that happens, but that's just one thing.
Yeah.
It was on top of a lot of other things that I won't mention. So there was a combination of personal and professional. And then the best thing in the world happened, man. I want to tell you the story. I did an audition for a talent agency,
Mhm.
okay? And these are, I won't say the name because I'm not, I ain't going, none of that. But this talent agency was significant, and I mean genuinely significant. And it was an audition of 400 people, Roshu.
Yep.
Roshu, I I I won out of 400. I made it through the first auditions. I made it to the callback. I made it to the final callback, and I was the only one
Damn.
who fucking yeah. And when I had the conversation that they really wanted to represent me, and they'd seen the work I'd done in the past, and they looked it up. They know what Derp Online is, dude. Like, what the fuck? They know Ox Sadler now, and I'm going, I got Ox Sadler on this motherfucker. Shout out to my boy Alvaro and Solar Balls and
Oh,
shit, dude.
that's fucking great.
So out of all of this, I make it through, and then I don't have enough money for them to actually process the paperwork to represent me full time, and I had to bow out, and that fucking hurt me, man. It hurt me, bro. I was so upset because at the time it wasn't like a scam. It wasn't no bullshit. I went,
Yeah.
wow. The only reason I couldn't make any forward momentum is because I couldn't afford it because I'm too poor. And it hurt me, man. It hurt me so bad I wanted to cry. It fucking enraged me in my soul.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I went, nah, man. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and accept that. I can't sit here and accept that I'm too broke to do something. And I got so angry. Not at anybody in the world, not at anybody. It was just like I got angry at the situation. I went, no, I don't have to accept that. And I thought about it, like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What am I good at? What am I good at? And I went, music, voice acting, production, all this. And I just started doing it. And it literally started as a way to provide for my future.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, Roshu, I'm getting booked in movies. Roshu, I go film a movie this August.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
gone in August. From the first, I got, oh, this is cool.
Yeah. Got
There's like a
I
photo shoot
seen
on
your
the
thing
first.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like,
From
and
the
now I'm
what? From
booking
the
roles
1st to the 30th?
from the first to the 20th. I'll be
20th.
gone filming the movie, and it's a big deal for me because this is the biggest role I've ever gotten. as far as an on-screen talent. It's a significant role.
Hey,
Um,
man.
yeah, no, 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 it's good, man. It's not bragging. It's just
Oh
like
yeah. Oh no.
this is like where it spiraled to. This is where it spiraled to, and I can't believe throughout all of that, when I think back to 5 years ago, whatever it was, when I was in that hole, thinking to myself that I wasted my time doing it. And this it's important because I want creative people to remember something. Don't stop completely ever.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that. Dabble.
It's,
At the if you have to put it down, just go back to it and dabble because you
it's
never know what'll fucking come from it.
exactly. 'Cause there's a thing of yes, there are times where you need to take a break. Yes, just like anything, but don't completely walk away altogether. Because there are times that you just kind of need to go and step away for a little bit. Like I had to a
I
couple
had to,
months.
man.
I had to a couple months ago, like we were discussing. For
Yeah, man.
and Mr. Roshi said I could tell, told me I could tell about this multiple times. Unfortunately, her dad passed away a couple months ago, and it's like, you know what? I'm better off just
Oh,
taking a
fuck.
break from this and kind of helping focus on that,
That's the right thing to
being
do,
there and
man.
all.
You a good man, bro. You a good man. You
Yeah,
good that's the only thing to do. Because I know you and Mrs. Roshu are an example of a couple that I wish I could eventually have in life, man. And I mean that. I never said that to you actually.
appreciate that,
Wow.
man. Mm,
I've never said that to you. Fuck.
yeah, yeah, we've
Shit.
been
Damn.
married 12
Damn.
years, together
It's on
longer,
the
and we
internet
still
now.
drive ourselves crazy.
Yeah, but that's part of it, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, you two
of
have been
course.
together for so long and been through so much, and I still look at you two and I look at you and I see the way you look at each other. I know you two very well. You look at each other. I can see it. I can see love there, like real, genuine connection. And I'm going, that is exactly why I'm so worried about young people, man, because they don't take the time to do something like that, to give somebody 12 years. Most people will quit after a bad fucking argument.
Oh yeah, yeah, and
You're a
it's
fucking
ridiculous.
beacon for that, man.
Like, don't get me wrong, there times where depending on certain things that you just shouldn't continue. Yes, there is. There are.
We're not talking
Right?
about that.
But
We're not talking about that. We're talking about
no.
somebody,
If
people who are right for each other, who are
oh
on
yeah.
tough time.
Yeah, you're gonna have arguments, you're gonna have that. If you don't have them, that's probably worse than having one.
That's an interesting perspective. You're probably
'Cause
right. Because imagine if you didn't have the argument, it would just fester, wouldn't it?
yeah, you would if you don't have you're gonna fester, you're gonna it's just things going to be there.
Yeah, man.
Or if you honestly, do they really care if you don't sometimes have that?
Bro,
That's also as
it's so
well.
true.
But real quick, who gives
Of
a fuck
course.
if IGN says if Deadpool 3 is a
What?
horrible movie? Fuck
Wait
that.
a minute. Wait, bring it up. Bring it up. Let's read what IGN says. I'm interested.
Uh,
IGN, you caught my attention. Send me
Mazer,
this article.
hold on. It was Mazer.
I
Hold
want to
on,
see
Mazer.
this.
Let me. If you have the art, do you have the article? Let me permit you real quick.
I want to see this. I'm intrigued.
If it'll let me do it. Fuck. Why can't I do it no
Oh, no,
more?
it's perfectly fine.
Bacon, help me. Yeah, it won't let me do it on my phone no more. That's weird. I wonder if they
That's
changed that.
crazy. I didn't
What's
you
like?
know what? Here's the funny thing. IGN's still a site? Holy
Yep.
shit. I didn't think they were
IGN
up.
still site.
That's amazing. Good for
But
them.
But yeah, man, I'm
Good
glad
for
you're
them.
things are going well for you like that, man. And I know
You
you
know
can't
what? It's
mention what it is or anything, but
I can mention some things. Like I can mention a couple projects I'm on. I'm
well, no, I'm
on
meaning like the one coming up here. I know you really
Oh,
can't
the one
mention
yeah, yeah, not too
anything
much.
for that yet.
There's one thing I can mention, alright? I can mention what type of movie it is, and it's just you're gonna laugh because you're gonna
Mhm.
go, "Oh my god, Jay's doing
What
this."
is it?
I'm doing it is,
Over
poor
yet?
Jack. Jack got a false finish. He's looking there going, "What's
This
going
is
on?
some
Where's my walk?"
bullshit. The fuck?
Walking away. He's walking away. Oh my god. He's mad going, "This is some white belt shit over here. I'm outta here." Fuck, oh
uh,
my goodness.
fair warning, people.
Nah,
You see
man.
things pop up, it's because it's still all loading back up. But still,
Yeah, yeah, it's all good. But nah, man. Things have been crazy. Like, it really has. Like, my life is very it's very different now, man. I'm very busy. Like, I got the movie, and then, dude, I'm doing a lot of voiceover work. I mean, I don't even know how many projects I'm attached to. I think there's, like, 2 or 3 I have memorized in the back of my head that I know I'm on, and then there's 5 that I don't remember I did. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot, man. Dude, I'm in a video game, I think,
Wait, what?
next year. Yeah, I'm gonna be in a video game in, like, 2 years.
Can you say what game it is yet?
No.
Okay.
No.
I
No.
didn't think so,
No.
but
No. I will say that it's not like some AAA property, but it's an indie game, but, like, dude, I'm voicing video games now, and I'm going, "That like, what the fuck?"
see,
God, you know me as a person, Roshu.
can
Nothing's changed about me, man. I'm the
I
same. I'm literally
yeah.
the same guy. It's so weird.
See, no, in all honesty, that's something I would eventually want to do is do some of that. But one thing I've found out, unfortunately, and it's probably why some of my audio sometimes sucks, is I have hearing problems,
Oh,
and I
do
said,
you?
and I did have
What
hearing
the
aids. I
f
got them replaced.
what the fuck happened to your hearing, man?
No idea.
Oh, no.
Probably stuff to do when I was in the military. I bet,
Yeah,
but
you know what? Now yeah, being a Navy person, I could imagine how your ears would be
even with wearing all the
devastated.
stuff I was supposed to,
And I sit here and complain about the tiny little cauliflower ear I still have
but
left.
but
God.
it doesn't, like I can hear. It's just my hearing's not as good as it should be, and that makes you wonder if that's why
I
sometimes
understand.
I can't really tell if my audio is really good. Because it's like you can't hear certain things, like certain
Absolutely.
frequencies and stuff.
It would absolutely affect your ability to do something like that. Of course. I mean,
Mm.
it wouldn't stop you.
Oh yeah,
And honestly, man, if you want like a way into the voice acting area, like, dude, I'll help you out, man. It's not hard. I'll help you
oh
out.
yeah,
I'll help you set it all up and just get you on your way, bro. It's not a big deal. You're my friend. You're my
oh,
brother. I've known you forever.
for sure, man. That is one
Listen,
thing, but well, yeah, we'll talk about it in the future here.
of course.
For
Is
damn,
it before or after the OnlyFans gets created? Because
it,
I'm still thinking about that. I'm going, there's gotta be something we could do. Maybe like paint like Miss Roach, you could
because
paint your nails. Just do some
technically,
hand picks.
you don't have to do the things people think OnlyFans is for.
All right. So what about so it would be an actual OnlyFans
Yeah,
for Roshu.
yeah.
What would that entail? You know what? It could be dates with Roshu. Yes, a lovely
The dates with
audio
Roshi would just be
binaural
sitting and
drama.
watching a movie. The dates with Roshi for OnlyFans bullshit. He's talking bullshit.
Yes, yes, it'd be amazing. I would love to be on that. I would love to be on that. I'd be in the promotional photo. It'd just be a picture of my shoe. I'd be like, "Yeah, that's worth $2. Yeah, you wanna buy the
uh,
sock? That's 12."
all right,
But I
real
love you
quick.
regardless.
Let's check this. Let's
What's
look at
up?
this link real quick. For
Oh,
the
is this the IGN
IGN.
article? Is that from Mazer? Thank you, Mazer. You're
But
amazing.
I looked like Bacon was able to find it. Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's
not
bacon?
an
Oh, thank you,
IGN
bacon.
one, but it's talking of the same thing or
Okay.
some reviews. It's
Yeah.
all right. It's gonna be a minute because
What is
everything's still loading up. So
you
my
know what
son
you know what
just
kills
pop
me?
up and be there. So be prepared.
I'll fully admit that the topic we're about to talk about is utterly ridiculous, but I'm going, man, I heard a very smart piece of advice from a YouTuber called Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers.
Oh
And
yeah.
he goes, dude, he was just talking about it like, man, I'm here for the crazy because an asteroid can hit us at any time, and what the fuck are we gonna do? He's like, I'm gonna play Red Dead Redemption and laugh at shit. I'm going, what a great attitude. What a great dude. I
Because
love it, man. That's cool.
it's like at the end of the day, a lot of that it's just a lot of shit doesn't matter.
I mean,
I hate to
it's a good
say it that
example of
way, but there
it's a
is a
good
lot
example
of
of what to
stuff
do.
doesn't matter and people just take it. And it's like,
Right, man. If you don't have control over something, and I mean this, if you genuinely don't have control over it, there's only so much care you should really put into it. I don't really put any thought into that stuff. Why do you think I walk around like a little idiot all day, happy? Because I'm because I'm just worried about stuff I can control. And look, I don't know how else to be. I guess that makes sense. Maybe it makes sense.
This is
I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure anymore. I'm like, that sounded very hippie of me. I'm not that hippy dippy in real life. I'm very regimented and goal oriented. Maybe that's why.
okay.
Maybe it's because I live by Roshu. I live by a schedule now. Me, me, Roshu. I live by a schedule now.
You were all, in all honesty, a lot of ways more schedule oriented than I ever was.
Yeah, but now it's like written on a calendar, and I have real like Roshu. It's so weird. Like I started all this stuff in music and all this crap to never have a job, and I'm sitting here going, "Fuck, man! I'm filling out paperwork right now. What happened? What the absolute shit? I don't know what's going on here. When did my you know what? It's all right. It's all right. I'll be okay with
All right, let me
Oh
shoot
my god.
throw you the link also here so you can have it open.
Certainly. I will examine this demonic tome of what IGN wants to uncover.
Yeah. All right, so it is the IGN one. Okay, so one sec here. But
IGN, are you mad about a movie being not good? What are you talking about, IGN? You
under
scare me.
your own belief of it not being good. Of course, reviewers know everything.
Reviewers are what do you call it? They're part of the entertainment. That's really what it comes down to. They're
Oh
part of
yeah.
the game.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, can
you could
Deadpool
like
Wolverine director
reviewers.
Shawnee save the MCU? One thing the MCU doesn't need to be saved. Yeah, was there some shit that wasn't great? Yes. Welcome to
Wait, hold on a
movies and
second.
acting.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Why does movies wait, when did the Marvel's cinematic universe die? I'm very lost right now.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know. Hey, Fleets, because
What up, Fleetsy?
people didn't like She-Hulk or is it which I can understand. I didn't really enjoy it too much.
Wait, there was a She-Hulk okay, look, this is
Not She-Hulk
somebody who doesn't
movie, it's a
understand.
She-Hulk TV show
I mean,
where
that's probably why
she's
it made
her
people
lawyer.
mad.
He's a
Well,
lawyer.
that's why it made people mad, man. Like, who wants to watch that?
But yeah, and it's just
If I
something
wanna
said, man,
watch Ally McB if I wanna watch Ally McBeal, I'll watch Ally McBeal, man. I don't need to see it again.
yeah,
No one knows what that
but
is. No one knows what that is. Oh, that's probably why they brought it back. Holy shit.
it's like,
Oh my god.
yeah, certain things, but it's not dead. Okay, I don't know why people didn't like it. I enjoyed the Marvels movie, the actual like Marvels with Captain Marvel. Yeah,
What the fuck is that, man? I don't know what you're talking about.
well,
I know it's English, I just don't
yeah,
know anything else.
like those three main characters, like that movie. I did no issue with, or the Internals was okay, but it wasn't like they're not dead just because what they didn't make as much of the other movies. That happens.
Wait,
It
so
wasn't a complete
are
fucking. People were calling them complete flops because they didn't make two, 2 or 300 million in the first weekend,
mm,
or made only 100 and something million the entire time. I would like to make 100 and something million in a few weeks.
I mean, I could understand if for argument's sake, because I'll sit on this side of the fence for the conversation, but if the movies aren't returning what the budget is, and I'm talking on a consistent basis, not just that one, on a
Yeah,
consistent basis, and it's not making money, there is a point of lesser returns that a company is gonna accept, because
but,
then they have to stop making them because it's not drawing in the
and
Disney wants to
I
make
get
money.
that. I get that, but the thing is a
But
lot
isn't
of
that
it
why they made
wasn't due.
Deadpool versus Wolverine? Like, this is gonna bring in
Yeah.
bajillions
Oh
of
yeah,
dollars.
it's already
How many people
made
just
300 and
ejaculated
something
when
million.
the trailer came out? What?
It's already made like 300 and something million.
$300 million.
Yeah, opening weekend. I want
What
to say
the
it said something.
fuck?
It made something like that. But the thing,
Oh
that's
my
the
god.
thing.
Imagine
is
$300 million on your living room table right now, ladies and gentlemen. You'd ejaculate too. Holy shit.
that three
Good
hundred million
God.
dollars, I'd disappear for a bit.
Good God. I wouldn't. I would be sitting in my pool of money, covered in semen, my own,
No,
just
I would
happy.
disappear because I know there's people that come and ask for to borrow money.
I'm really hoping nobody clips that. Of all the things I've said today, don't clip that thing. I just never mind. Never mind. I keep forgetting I'm on a
Bacon, you know
platform
your
where
job.
stupid shit.
Um,
Oh God, I'm so up. I keep forgetting that I'm on a platform in a day and age now where it's instantaneous. Someone can clip you for fucking crazy or enlightening things you say, and I go,
See,
"Damn it,
there's
Roshu,
two
you
ways to
know
clip
me."
in my channel. Just do exclamation point clip, and also didn't do the regular go back and clip. So,
Oh, I'm scared. I don't. I don't want to be on this planet anymore.
but no, it's like
I get you though,
I
man. But
I
Deadpool,
get
what are they
why.
saying?
Okay, so where else? Let me see here. Surprisingly, 2 cents are surprisingly spicy considered Deadpool. Da, da. I'm trying to make sure there isn't any. While there's clearly understanding that Boomerang has to be good, MCU is arguably in need of a rejuvenated spark.
Oh shit!
Uh,
What
so this
constitutes
is
good?
more. It looks like this is more talking about can it do it, and they don't think it can. Like bring it back. I think
What do
Marvel
they
and I
try
are
to bring
not
back?
done with each other. That's
So is this about is this how Marvel got its groove back? Where's Whoopi Goldberg? Let's put her in there.
mm, might deliver
Let's
more than
put her
just a
in.
redemption for its characters, though it proves to be a hit. It may be the film that redeems MCU. That's what I'm talking
You
about.
know
It's like
what?
can it redeem the MCU? It's like does it?
I don't think I don't think you
Does
can
it need to
place
be redeemed?
all I don't
Like
know,
there's
but I also
gonna
don't
be
think it's
shitty
fair.
things.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't think it's fair or accurate to try to place the entirety of a fictional cinematic universe on one feature film. I think that's unrealistic. I think what you have to do is look at it in the next 5. If you went from it that direction, you would have a better gauge for the temperature of
Okay, so it's the
how the
IGN one.
movies,
Okay,
like,
so one
panned
sec
out over the
here.
release years. I think you just have to approach it differently. But that's me. I'm also not here's the thing that you're seeing in a lot of these things. This a lot like people have emotional investment in this stuff. I don't have emotional investment in any property that Marvel's ever made except
Hmm.
Shang-Chi. And the only reason that is because this is kind of way too deep of a
So
conversation to get into
supposedly
here.
this is the correct one. Monday evening, world premiere Deadpool where it took place, New York City. Marvel fans, high hopes for everyone's Hugh Jackman long awaited. Yet, despite all the buzz, the MCU is well and truly back after a few recent misses. It turns out the first reviews were actually quite mixed. Some critics and
So,
fans rumored plethora of cameos,
oh,
but those who hated the blockbuster really didn't back.
yeah.
Okay.
And look, that's their job. It's their job to criticize and be and just dissect things, okay? Most people, you, me, okay, Roshu, we're in two separate audience
Yeah.
demographics when it comes to something like Deadpool and Wolverine. You are a fan. You're a fucking fan. You know what I mean? Like you like it. You really dig
Yeah.
that shit. Me, I'm the most casual of casual watchers, right? I liked it. Did you like it?
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that reviewers can't have an opinion. Of course they can, but at the end of the day, no matter what property, no matter what, if it means something to you and it has value, that's why it's there. And
All
you
right.
and you you paying your
So
money there is that you showing your support.
this is
Or you just
from the Warp, whatever the fuck that is. It's a
the
shameless
what?
the Warp. I don't know.
The warp?
Yeah.
That
That's
sounds like
according to this
something
article. A shameless
that's a
piece
Star
of
Trekky thing.
self congratulation fueled by self cannibalism. Cannibalism. I can read, damn it. Um, as a studio which built its identity on superhero crossover finally abandons the pretense of trying to justify them dramatically. That's fucking Deadpool.
Okay. Yeah, I was just
It's
thinking like, "Wait a minute, man. This is a Deadpool movie." Like that's all Deadpool movies are. That's why we like them. That's the whole point. Did this guy
uh,
did he take it hold on. I think I figured it out. I think I figured out what this guy did, all right? I'm sure he or she is a nice person and meaning no harm, but You put this out in the public. I have a right to my opinion. You took that movie way too seriously, homie. Like
Like,
that Deadpool's not the
here's
movie you
another
gotta
one
judge.
from Entertainment Weekly. It is a carnival of in jokes, self references, and reality breaks with no higher purpose than to congratulate its audience for keeping up. It has no stakes, no drama, and only cynical application creativity. Are you a fucking idiot?
I mean, I am, but that's also what they said isn't totally correct because
It's
that's
not.
the point of Deadpool.
No, but there is
That's the point of
stakes.
Deadpool. And there
There
is
is
depth.
drama.
There's a whole story involved in there that's actually, if you follow it, because I had to go research afterwards
Yeah.
because I didn't understand the
But
significance.
okay,
When
all
I
right. If you
understood the
even if there
significance,
wasn't two other movies, and say you've never seen them, would you not believe that there were stakes and drama within that movie?
yeah, because there is, like, especially
Like, what
with
the fuck are they
Wolverine.
talking about?
Well, it was the way I'm not spoiling anything, but it's very well established that there is dramatic stuff going on there. Just if you watch the movie, that's the only thing I could say without spoiling it, because I don't know how to not spoil things. But that sounds like
Right.
somebody who
I I
maybe
do
just
have
doesn't
to
like
agree
Deadpool,
with this from Vanity
maybe?
Fair. I do have to agree.
What?
Deadpool and Wolverine does a disarmingly effective job of convincing its audience that this is a film about nostalgia for beloved characters, when it's really just bridging a gap between a one company's output and another's. To an extent,
That's
I can
exactly what
agree
it
with that
is. That's that well, I
because
mean,
that's
it's
what they are
if you break
doing
it
because they're
down,
trying to bring everything together and probably reboot a lot of stuff.
well, it
Because
is about ownership and transference of ownership, so, of
yeah,
course, they have to make a movie, and with the film like Deadpool, right? This is just one guy's opinion, but that's a really unique position to be in because most film properties, franchises, whatever, there's not many characters who are that self-referential and that fourth wall breaking. There's not
oh
a
yeah,
lot of characters you can do that with and get away with it and make money. So, good job. And now everybody's happy.
oh yeah.
I think the fact that you're getting this much conflict from it really stems from the fact that nobody has a lot to do right now, do they?
No, what's this like? My thing is, if you're a reviewer, I don't give a fuck if you're going for if w needing clicks or not. Actually review the movie. Like,
I am a
that
reviewer. I give it
that one part is saying there's no stakes or stuff like that, you obviously didn't watch the whole damn thing or know what you're talking about. Because if I could spoil things, I would, but there are some things
I
that
could say it like this. I could say it like this. Deadpool and Wolverine is an entertaining movie. It has great comedic timing. It has uber violence in a great way. It's sophisticated, it's slick, it's well paced. However, I understand if you're not a super diehard fan of it, there's some things that will be lost on you.
Oh, yeah.
And that's okay because the movie's good enough on its own just to be a fun movie. And I understand the criticism. I really do. But I also understand that, like, just
Right.
because I may not fully be invested in something doesn't mean I can't understand how much this means to fucking fans. Because
Yeah.
when people saw what they saw in that movie at a later time, it impacted them significantly. I know it did because I could tell that while I'm not a fan, what I'm seeing here is very significant to Marvel fans. And
Yeah.
that alone made me understand how much gravity and weight that it had because these are, as we said, these are it's a self-referential movie with a lot of stuff going on here. And I can't say too much more because I'm gonna get into spoiling things
Yeah.
because I
It
can
just
tell.
it aggravates me. It's like even not just as being a fan, it's just the fact if you didn't realize what the stakes were, then you don't need to be reviewing movies.
That's okay. Here's the best part.
That's
Here's the
the
best
thing.
part.
Like
Yeah, I get that. But
and
you
like
know,
if
it's
because
also
part of the movie is the story on it.
oh, of
It's the
course.
cinematics, it's
Of course.
the acting, it's all that, and it's the story. If you can't see that, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. It's the same thing of not focusing on just graphics for a video game. If you can't focus on everything, graphics should be shit, but just the story and gameplay is great. You can kind of get away from that and see this is a good game. Graphically wise, it needs some work, but it's a good game. Same thing for a movie. The story can be great. The story could be shit. Everything else could be good, but if the story's bad, you're not going to have a good game or a good movie. But
Now,
you may not have great, if you don't have good acting, you're not going to have a movie. It's like,
that's very smart. I heard
mm,
this. I heard I was I think I heard the very same sentiments from one of the producers on a film I did. I can talk about this one. This film was called Hadaway, and it was made by Dan Handsome. That's his real name. He's a fucking awesome dude. And the producer on that film, Vignesh, told me um, a great movie doesn't need a lot of special effects. It doesn't need a
Yep.
lot. All you need is good writing and good actors, and you can carry the whole thing with it. And I thought about that, and that man's words are circling in my head when you were describing your very opinion on how a story and good elements and well crafted acting can carry it as far as movies are concerned. Games a little different. Like you have to have good gameplay elements and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Slightly
Like,
different.
take a look at Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know if you've looked at any of it or played any of it or anything, but
I will give you my breakdown of what I know about Baldur's Gate. I know about the first Baldur's Gate, but I also know that Baldur's Gate 3 is the closest thing to a faithful recreation you're probably going to get in modern times.
the graphics were okay. They weren't great. There were things that were
Yeah,
had
because it's
some issues on it,
Baldur's Gate. Nobody's playing Baldur's Gate for graphics.
but
We're playing it because we get this
the,
fucking amazing game. This amazing game where you can
the
customize and control
the
everything and
fact
have
that
this
you
weird
could do
story.
do 50 or close to 100 hours in the first act and still not find some things
Yep.
and
Yep.
not
It's
get
Baldur's
bored.
Gate.
I think on that game is probably the longest I spent on a story for a game. A long time, if not ever, probably 100 to 150 hours.
Oh my god, do you wanna hear something really embarrassing? I think I spent around the same amount of time in the Cobra Kai video game just beating people up to beat John Kreese, and he kept kicking my ass.
And that's not embarrassing. That's just because you felt like doing it. But it's just like that. It comes down to what was I trying to say now?
I
But
just
I
I'm sorry. I just broke your really serious thought with, like,
no, but it's like
I'm
that's a
still
good
getting my ass kicked
example
by John Kreese.
of things, n- certain things just not having to be 100% as long as everything is
That's true.
good.
It's true. And this is
Also,
a big
real quick,
reason.
Baldur's Gate 3 is a perfect example of you don't have to work people to death and worry about fucking stockholders to have and get a good game.
That's interesting, right? Because 'Cause I'm working on a few different productions right now. I'm working on a couple. I'm a producer on a couple different animated projects. Oh, I
Mhm.
take that back. I'm a producer on one animated project, and the other one's live action.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I've learned in real world experience with working with people and teams, especially when it's creative, and this is movies and film, and this is different than games, but it's kind of similar.
Not by much, honestly.
Yeah. The one thing I've learned is that I always emphasize on clear, open, transparent communication
Yeah.
and to stress to my team that, guys, I'm all about my fucking deadline, but I'm not here to micromanage you. I'm not here to scream at you. Tell me if something's wrong. I'll handle it. We're on the same fucking team. I want everybody to win. And you know how much that helps people? It makes them just go, "Oh, thank God, he's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, thank God." And they were, and the second you give your team trust and trust them to do the jobs that they're hired for, they will work wonders for you. They
Ex-
really will. And congratulate them for it.
Exactly.
It's not hard.
And that's probably one of the biggest things when it comes to movies, video games, or even shows. You gotta let people work and do their job
Yeah,
and
man.
not worry about the people like the freaking stockholders and corporate bullshit.
I think I understand your stance.
To, well,
I
to an
absolutely
extent,
do.
I'll say this to an extent, but I think like
But yes.
yeah, to an extent because there you do have to worry to an extent about it, but don't let them go. Well, if we don't have it out this time, we're going to lose all this money. Well, if we send it out this time, it's going to be shit, and we're going to
Mhm,
lose money anyway.
mhm. Now, sometimes that can't be helped.
Yeah.
Other times, we've seen stories in the game industry, in movies that we like, in mangas or comics or
Yeah.
whatever entertainment medium we fall under, there's always an example of somebody, of a creator or a production company going, "No, we gotta wait." And we see what happens when the people with the money, the finance and the production companies go, "Okay," versus, "No, you're putting it out now, you're doing it our way." We got Aliens Colonial Marines.
Yep.
We got that Aquaman movie. No,
The
that Green
re
Lantern movie.
what Cyberpunk came out as. It's way
Yeah, you
better
get a
now,
lot
but
of
what it came
those,
out as.
you get lopsided things, and you see this. So it's a good lesson to not do that. And this is most important for people who are new to the industry or even currently in the industry now. I guess just take a lesson from it, because when I read about all this really
I
bad shit and how people are treating employees, I'm going like, dude, I don't
real
do that to my homies. Like
yeah,
my team's cool, bro. Like they don't
real quick
they
with
don't
the
got any worries.
yeah, with the No Man's Sky thing, I think that was more way too much
Shout out to our
ambition.
boy Cobra TV. He's not playing No Man's Sky anymore. He's playing Star
But
Citizen.
yeah, but like way too much thought and ambition and no implementation of all of it. They were trying to do too much
Can you
at
believe how well
one
that
time.
game's doing now?
Yeah, because they've updated it so much.
I know, but it's the fact that they listened. There's other
Yeah.
companies who'd be like, "Nah, just gonna keep this thing here in alpha, bro.
That's the same
Gonna have to
same thing
deal
with
with it."
Cyberpunk. It went from complete crap to people are loving the hell out of it now. I personally enjoyed it when it first came out because I didn't, but then again, I didn't have nearly as many issues.
All I did in Cyberpunk 2077 was become a serial killer.
What
I'm
most
not
people did.
kidding. Like for the first 80 hours, all I did all I did was run around with a knife and murder some.
Mm, but
I would never get in cars. I would just dash I would dash and run away and try to outrun them on foot like a crazy human with a knife.
I'm
I
not
got
surprised
nowhere
by
in the
that at
game.
all.
I got nowhere in the game, man. But enough of my horribleness. Dude, you know what? If there's one game that's been causing so much turmoil in my life, it is the existence of Fallout 76. It's such an old game now, but it's so confusing because
I
I
hate it.
tried it. I love it. I tried it, right? I love it. And I'm going, it's Fallout. And then I went, what the fuck are you doing, dickhead in the blue? Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh, never mind. And then I'm cool with it again because I'm about to die because Dick Claw City over there is mauling me and my power armor sucks and I'm drinking irradiated Fallout fungi water. And then player whatever just goes, haha, I kill him. And then here is bottle caps. And I go, thank you.
okay. Okay.
It's like that's why I'm so torn because I go, yeah, I'm a big fan of Fallout. I've been playing Fallout since Interplay days, and I played Fallout 3 and 4 and New Vegas, and I like them all for different reasons. And I can't pick a favorite because it depends
Yeah.
on my day and how high I get.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't
let's be
get,
real.
don't get me wrong. I love Fallout, but just Fallout 76 when first came out was really empty and it still feels empty to me. I don't know why. There's just something missing
You want to know my
from the
ultimate
other
response to
games,
that?
from compared from
Just
the
in a
other games.
jokey way.
Yeah.
It's Fallout. Of course, it's empty. There's nothing there. It's a wasteland. Okay, not
No
seriously.
shit, Sherlock.
I get
Uh,
that. I I get that, right? The
speaking of Fallout,
thing,
real quick, have you seen any
yeah.
of the show yet?
No, and I'm kind of afraid to watch it because I
Watch it.
looked at it. Really?
Watch it. It is
Really?
Fallout.
Should I the
It's
oh.
it's not like
You know
it's not like
what?
as much as I enjoyed Lord Rings of Power to an extent for what it was, and so it ain't nothing like that where it changed everything or any of that kind of nature. It is
Oh,
Fallout.
no way. I'm intrigued by it. I really am because when I was a kid, way back in the day, in the long, long ago, before there was sand or hair or venereal diseases, Jay
Hmm.
existed. And Jay was playing a personal computer. He was also talking to women that were way too old for him, and that's a different story because my parents just did not pay attention to me, and I was oh, bad things happened to me. Thank you, AOL.
That's the days of AOL. What do you expect?
Oh,
Uh,
I'll tell you the time I almost got kidnapped, man. Ooh, not for not this show. Twitch got guidelines, but I played Fallout. My father did the best thing in the world for me. He was a great dad because I was an athlete, so I trained taekwondo
Yeah.
and other martial arts when I was a youth, and I was always an outdoor kid. The one thing he would let me do is get a computer game, like once a month or something like that when I earned it.
Yep.
Good behavior, all that kind of stuff. So he got it for me, and I remember being so proud and so happy to get that. And I love my father for this. He let me get the OG Fallout, and I remember the guy was looking at me getting the game. Then he looked at my dad, and my dad said, "What's the problem?" Like looking at him like, "Nah, man, like don't judge me, motherfucker. Yeah, I don't care. Like it's cool." And I went, "Thank you, dad. Thank you, dad, for being awesome." Because I wouldn't have like it's not even about because they thought they were selling a violent video game. And yeah,
Yeah.
Fallout got killing, but it's not Fallout. OG Fallout has child slavery, dude. Okay. Fallout's a tough game. But to me, that was just me playing a video game. And there was things I learned about through that I probably shouldn't have. But hey, man, that's called life.
Yeah.
You know, that it was better that I learned about it in a fucking video game and got to ask my dad, "Hey, dad, what's a hooker?" Like, and then he got to explain it to me. I'm looking at all the young parents right now who may be listening to this on demand or on clips or whatever the fuck, and they're gonna be going, "Yeah, man, that's gonna be fun." Imagine when your little baby walk up, say, "Mommy, what's a hooker?" And it's like, "Oh shit, how old are you? 3? Oh, fuck, I gotta lie."
I'm waiting for the I know there's gonna be one person who goes, "What, mommy? What's a hooker?" Your uncle, or some shit like that,
Wow.
or your aunt.
It's like, oh, honey, that's just your Uncle Louie. He's just kidding. Why did he say he was gonna get a rim jo Okay, baby, okay. Bro, kids say some fucked up shit, man. I heard a kid
Yeah,
look
it's
at his mother and respond. Like, she said something very normal. She was like, "Oh, like, baby, do you wanna go in here or whatever?" And he went, "Fuck no." And I went, "Ah!"
yeah, it's like Gabriel Iglesias on one of his things going noticing someone had kids and said, "I'm so sorry for what I said," and the parents go like, "Oh, they hear worse than that at home." And he said, "There's nothing funny than a 4-year-old just shaking his head confirming that."
That's so scary. That's so
But
scary. If I ever
it's
have a
true.
child,
It's like, why?
I
And
couldn't see
in all
myself
honesty,
firing off
why, to an
swears.
extent, why filter? They're going to hear it. They're going to see it. They're going to be around it.
I think
To an
as
extent.
long I think as lo I would teach them. I would train them like comedians.
Yeah,
I would teach them that there's words you can say in the house and words you can't.
yeah,
Like words you can say only in the house and then words you can say outside until they get older within the age of reason where they
yeah,
can understand
yeah.
the logic behind what words mean and what humor is. Because I can imagine that you could raise a household and have those kids talking like pro wrestlers, man. And then when they go out, they can be polite. I think it's absolutely
Oh, yeah.
plausible for parents to teach their kids manners and understand the difference between this is how we talk at home and this is how we talk in public. Because if you talk the way we talk in home, outside, daddy and mama gonna go to jail and be on TikTok. So please, baby, don't. Just
Yeah, yeah.
learn this.
But
Learn
but
this.
it's like
When
it's
daddy said that thing about Barack Obama, he didn't mean it. Like
oh no, 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 that no.
when mama said that shit about Trump, I think mama meant it, but we can't tell anybody that.
But it's one of those things that some people just act like, oh, we
Yeah.
never say anything like that around our kids will never. No,
People make
why
mistakes.
wouldn't you? They're going to hear. Would you rather them hear and understand things from you or a kid
What age we
or
talking
some
about?
random adult? Like, I would say at least, in
Age of
all
reason.
honesty, elementary
Yeah.
nowadays.
Okay. Okay. So the
'Cause,
South Park age.
yeah, like especially nowadays, because they're going to see some shit. Do you see worse shit on TV shows nowadays? And you see,
I'll be honest.
but then again, if
Roshu.
you think back to some of our fucking TV shows, maybe
Roshu.
not.
I'm about to say that, hey man, I'm only a little older than you, okay? And do you remember what it was like growing in that time period with American television and all this stuff? Go look back. Go look back at some of that
All
stuff.
I have to say
All
is
right.
Thundercats.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was about to cite Thundercats. I was gonna cite all those suspicious things.
I'm sorry, Thundercats
Just
are just cats that are cross dressers.
you know what really messed
I
me
hate
up
to say
as a
that, but
kid?
they kind of are.
It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Teletubbies are fucking gigantic
No,
aliens that came out of a baby from a different
Teletubbies are
planet.
fucking creepy. They are
You know
no,
what?
they
I
no.
It took me over a decade, but I finally broke, and someone finally showed me an episode of the Teletubbies. The first thing I saw, Roshu, imagine, scene, fade, a baby's laughing along rolling green hills.
Um,
Oh, the baby's face is in the sky in replacement of the sun. It's not a happy baby sun, it's a fucking real baby face in replacement of the sun. And then it spits out an alien ship. This not a ship, it's a fucking mound on a hill. And then these weird little creatures just come out to play. And I'm going, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Um, um, I think that's
oh
the
yeah,
first time I ever experienced real anxiety, to be honest. Now I don't know what to do.
yeah, yeah. Fucking
Terrifying, man.
Teletubbies just no. And
You
then
know,
I
we
hate to
grew up with
do
Bear
it,
in the Big
but
Blue
Barney,
House. I love you.
Barney is
You
kind of
love
creepy.
me. I'll
But no,
kidnap your
no.
family.
But what's
No, that's
weird,
Barney.
yeah. But
Barney will kidnap your family.
what's weird, one of my aunts found tapes of Barney. Didn't think nothing.
Ex-
Put it in, watching it, and all of a sudden it was flash. There's a fucking clown. And
Excuse me? Excuse me. No, you didn't say that. You didn't just tell me old
like
auntie over there
like
dusted
someone.
off a Barney tape.
So it's like somebody had Barney and recorded bits, and there's like I don't know if I can't remember, but yeah,
Oh, no.
no.
I don't mm-mm. That's
Clifford
the
was
type of thing.
Clifford was okay, but kind of weird also to an extent. Fleets in some
Okay,
areas,
no.
but
No,
mm,
Clifford's fucked up, man. If you think about the contents of Clifford, that must have been a dog that lived in one of those test towns where they tested nuclear explosives. Like, how the fuck you gonna get a dog that big that isn't irradiated? Okay, I've been thinking about Fallout too much. I'll be honest. I'll be honest, man. You know what I call dirty water?
what
No, not dirty water. Do you know what I call bad marijuana now when I make jokes?
dirty water?
I call it a I no, I call it a
Uh,
dirty Outlander Fallout 4 fungal plant. This is how bad Fallout's gotten my brain. It's like taking over my mind. Get the hell out of here
Speak,
with your fucking Outlander
Speaking of
foot.
Fallout, have you tried the London mod that just came out,
No,
or
I would
seen
never
anything
try a
about it?
London mod. If I wanna go out to London, I'll just walk outside and get stabbed and have shit poured all over me. Don't go to London
Oh.
right now, man. It's Stab City out there. But it's dope. I bet it's dope.
Have you okay? Get stabbed or get shot. That's the two choices in places I live and could go
You know what? You know what? America's so cool in that regard because what variety?
to.
Hey, do you
No,
know
no, that's not cool. When you can walk up to the elementary school and someone shoot it up. Okay, no.
Hey man, don't get it twisted. The gas station I went to growing up had bulletproof glass on it. Like I understand. I remember I was in the hood. I was living in the hood. I was down south at the time. I was visiting. All right. So I'm in the motherfucking hood, bro.
Oh
In a
yeah.
hood I'm not from. And I'm walking into this gas station and bro, you gotta understand. Cadillacs, music, blunts on the other side. Baby mama's bringing people in. A dude over there sitting. Another dude in there hitting lottery tickets. Somebody getting their food on for real, and you could tell because they counting their change to grab that one bag of hot Cheetos. Bro, I'm in deep, and I'm going, damn, I'm not from here. So
Phenomenal.
I walk over.
Yep.
I get my Gator just real quick. I walk over. I get my Gatorade. And I walk back and I go like, "Hey, you got 2 for 4?" Because at that time, 2 Gatorades, $4. The big ones. Now they do the small ones. And I bought it all that kind of shit. And then my friend who lived around the corner does the most hood rat shit in the world. She's super ratchet. She walk up to me when I'm walking out, when I'm going to my car, and she's like, "Jay, can you give me $15 for some formula? Actually, can you make it 25? I need cigarettes." And I'm going, "Oh God, man. Oh my God. It's 11:30. Leave me alone. Let me just let me just I just this so Roshu, I understand about the bulletproof glass. I know what you talking about. I've been there, man. I've been
Yeah,
there.
it's
Been
it's
there.
it's just it's sad nowadays, man. And
It's all right. We'll get you out.
no, 'cause
Get you out.
I didn't know this. In the month of July, there'd been 48 like 40 something mass shootings
In
in
your
the
area
US.
alone?
No, in the
Oh, in the
US.
US. I was like,
But
in
I'm
your
just
area, dude?
saying,
What?
48 in 1 month
Yeah.
or that's fucking ridiculous.
Hey, man, all I know is that deep down, I think United States is facing a mental health crisis
It is.
that's disguised as a gun crisis, disguised
Well,
as something else that's
to
even
an
deeper,
extent, it's
man.
both.
I think
Because
it's
in all
mutual.
honesty, it should be an idea. If you have mental health issues, you probably shouldn't own a gun until you can show that you're something you've like
I
slowly
can
getting better. You're
understand.
taking
I
that.
can understand that. Here's the thing, though, man. Like, really, deep down, America was a country birthed from revolution
Oh
and
yeah,
not from peaceful revolution. America was born out of violent revolution. In a lot of ways, guns are ingrained in America.
oh yeah.
It's dude, it's American. Yeah,
Don't get
I'm
me wrong.
seriously.
People have every right to own them, but like
Yeah, man.
shit, something's got to be done. The
I
shit of
think,
no regulation at all is kind of a problem.
you know, despite any regulation that could ever be put down, there's always going to be unregulated
Oh
firearm
yeah,
sales. There will always be. Even
it's
in Star Trek, man, they got people selling black market weapons, though. Even the guy who envisioned human beings in a utopia still had black market gun running. I
yeah
mean, it's just a part of life. However, I do agree with you. I think it would be wise, man, have a little more precautions about certain things. But the problem is, dude, it's not going to happen because look how deeply entrenched the firearm industry and the quote unquote defense industry, the military industry,
oh
like
yeah
weapons is literally part of the American flag. If it's almost one of those things where I understand this genuine side of the conversation, and it's very valid. But I look at America, and I'm from America, man. I know I'm Korean, and I was
oh
born in
yeah
Korea, but I spent a lot of time in America. I know I'm not there now, but America has never been a place that will change unless in a situation like that, you can't give up Americans like right to have a gun. Yeah, you can
no.
enforce more gun regulations, but I think the problems I think yeah,
The
have more
regulation
but
needs to be
focus on the
more in
people.
the focus of, are you
Well, hold on.
having these type of issues? Are you having
Well,
these
hold on.
type of
Isn't
thoughts? Are you
right. Well, Roshu, give me I haven't tried to buy a gun in America in I don't know 10 minutes years. Years.
Mm.
Centuries. I've never bought a gun in America. I'm not a I don't I'm a pussy. I don't
Yeah.
mm.
I don't
Anyway,
oh, I wouldn't
so
mind, but I don't have the money to buy one.
right, but I'm stating
Yeah.
you're in a state where it is a little more lenient on owning policies. Even somebody like you with a clean mental health record, which you actually have, you
Mhm.
also have a clean criminal background history, so you are a citizen who could get a firearms license and a conceal and carry if you
Yep.
wanted that. Go into a store and purchase a rifle. Now, for people who don't know, you're not getting the rifle that day.
No.
You're absolutely not.
Oh, actually, there are
You're
places you can.
get the fuck out of here. Those still exist.
You can, especially mostly at gun shows.
Oh, I'm
You
talking about
can
a firearm store,
no,
not a
and
gun
you can
show.
even, depending on the grade of weapon, I believe there are some you can get that day. Depends on
Yeah,
how quickly they can do certain things.
it's how much you pay, isn't it?
Ah, that I don't know. But from what I
I
understand,
think
there are some that you still can.
I do know for a fact that, if you can't afford it at the gun store, you can go to the gun show and buy one from somebody's truck.
Yep.
And that's not me making a joke, man. I didn't invent that joke. That joke came from people who I knew who have a pistol collection, who have a disc collection. Okay, here's how common guns are in America. And Roshu, you might have encountered this in life at some point, maybe a version of this. I had a dude that I knew. He's a good buddy in the sense of he's a buddy, an acquaintance. I
Yeah.
knew him, but I didn't fuck with him. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like I didn't operate with him or nothing. And he came by, we would always socialize or whatever, and he showed me his pistol. Now that alone in America, don't he didn't point it at me. He
Yeah.
said, "Hey, look, check it out." He in a holster, and I went, "Oh my god, that's a great gun." It was just a little, it was a little teenager gun. It was a 380, dude. It was a little 380. It was a nice gun. It was cool, but then he started showing me all his other guns. And one 380 turned into a 9. And then he showed me a 40. And then he showed me this revolver he had. And it's so common, man.
Yeah.
And this is
And
what I
that's
mean, people. It's very common to be around guns. And if I wanted to purchase one, he flat out told me, dude, you could buy this off me right now. And I went, and he went, I'll file up the numbers right now, homie. And I went, ooh. In my mind, I went, never buy a gun from you.
no.
You grimy.
I'm not surprised, but to say it's one of those things of in reality, is it a gun problem or a mental health problem? To
Both.
an extent, it's a little of both,
Both.
but it's
I
more
think
mental than anything on it. But there needs to be a regulation when it comes to that for owning a gun. And I hate to say
I
that because
believe
people
so.
have that right.
Yeah, you got that right, but there has to I'm not saying you have to make it to where
You can't at
how
all.
do I put this? Yeah, it's just look, I know you have to submit for a background check, okay? In those things, for especially for firearm purchases. Like if you're just if you're a normal everyday citizen, you're not a crazy gun
Real
show
quick.
person.
This is
Sure.
exactly what Major put in, exactly what we need, because you don't have to take any gun safety classes or anything to go in a gun. It should be fucking mandatory.
Yeah, see, that's a weird thing. See, I learned Roshu, where did you learn how to fire a gun?
Military.
Right. I learned how to
Well,
fire a gun, guess where?
officially learned how to fire a gun. I fought at fired guns before, but not.
No, who taught you? It's like my fucking uncle when he was drunk drinking a beer saying, "Go ahead, it's fun." I learned from a few unreputable sources too, but my formal training, as far as
Yeah.
firearms training, and it actually is training, is in the Boy Scouts. And that was before I got molested. Ha ha, just kidding. Maybe? I don't know. I don't quite remember. Anyways, when they weren't porking the Eagle Scouts, they were teaching us how to shoot guns. And I learned how to load a rifle, how to clean it, how to take it apart, what everything was, trigger, safety, stock, all these barrel, all these little details. I learned all this stuff. Gun safety was the number one in the Boy Scouts,
Oh yeah.
right?
And-
And after I learned that, I went on the shotguns. Then as I got older, I started working with pistols. And this was taught to me. So I
yeah.
learned gun safety. Roshu, you learned it later in life because part of basic training is firearms. I mean, what was your training weapon?
Well, I will state this: did I know like not to be an idiot and
Of
make
course you
sure
did.
gun
You're not a
wasn't clear?
dumbass.
Make sure gun was clear. Yeah, I knew that shit, but not formal training. But
So maybe we need IQ tests.
it was a. I'm trying to remember because God, it's been fucking over 10 years. It's been 12 years since
Well,
I
you're
was.
old like me, so it's probably a bow and arrow or like a
No,
crossbow, something
it
like that.
was a.
Weren't we defending castles back
I
then?
want to say it was an M16,
Okay,
and then I
okay.
can't remember the handgun. And it
I was
was a
about
little
to say
more
you
difficult
wouldn't
for
do
me because
sidearm
I
training.
am left-handed. Everything's right-handed, so I didn't like it too much because it's like I have to do certain things where that fucking it could fucking close in my hand if I'm not careful when I'm trying to reload and all that shit.
Do people know your last name on online? Have you
Most
told
people
people your real
should.
name?
Yeah.
No, no, no. It's like, is it okay for me to say it for a
Yeah.
joke? Oh, okay. Could you imagine a drill sergeant? Strange! What do you got going over there, you tall little stack of shit? Do you know what I had to do to clean my M16? I had to climb up a hill covered in fire ants with chocolate sauce on my buttocks. I can imagine you just looking at your drill sergeant go, sir, sir, Sir? What do you want, maggot? Your fly's undone. Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Okay, thanks so much. Thanks so much.
Get the fuck back. No.
You
No.
get over there, PT, for pointing out my faults.
Real quick.
Yes, sir. What's up, buddy?
I the new bullshit and like to an extent I understand why they made some changes, but the new bullshit of a stress card and stuff in the military for basic training
A what?
is so for mine, I don't know if it's still there, but a few years ago there's something about mentioned about a stress card that can be used in basic
A
training saying
stress
they're too
card.
stressed and or some shit and need to take a break or something like no.
I don't know if stress cards are good for Marines.
No. Oh, I can understand. No, I can understand certain
SEALs.
things no longer being allowed for discrimination purposes and stuff like that. But the whole
Wait, hold
point is
on.
to
Who has a
break you
better
down.
track record? Are the ones who had all that horrible shit done to them? Do they have the better mission
I
successes?
couldn't say,
I don't know either, man. A lot of it's all
but
blacked out. I'm
it's
googling it
like,
right now. I think I'm in trouble.
but
Oh,
it's
yeah, I'm
more
in
on
trouble.
I think discrimination of male between female because there's a lot of rampant things, certain things in the military that happens.
Ew.
Yeah,
You know what, man? You know what? That's gross.
it
That's
is.
weird. That's
And
weird.
people protect, and there are people that protect those people, and it's fucking disgusting.
But here, and there's the scary thing. No matter what industry, no matter where you go, there is unfortunately going to be evil out there, man. And that's truthfully why you have to find people around you in life that are kind, that are good, and you got to be that way with them and spread that to other people. And that is so hippie that what I just said, but it is true.
That and truthfully, why public execution should be a thing again.
See, that's an interesting thought. If public execution was a real thing, now run with me. If you get committed of a treasonous crime, such as what you're talking about, which we won't say for guideline purposes, is an execution warranted on a public scale? I think it would depend on what the victim wanted in that regard, but then it also depends on what the law states. If
Honestly,
you do it in the military,
if it's one of the things that I'm
you're
thinking of, it shouldn't be executing, it should be removing certain things and having to live your life that way.
I'm philosophically going through the thought process on that. I genuinely am. I'm really
They
trying to plant
used to
myself
do
in
it,
there.
bring it the fuck back.
I think that might be appropriate, honestly, depending on if it's the types of crimes we're insinuating, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
know that happen that are that bad, and we're talking about the stuff that is that bad. Um, I think there might be a time where humans could start doing that again. I think it's very possible because we're in a time period now that's very bizarre. Where's people have never been more free as far as in the West. I'm
Mhm.
not talking about other places. I'm talking in the West. And what people have done with that ability to express themselves, especially since the advent of the internet, is express themselves in some very, very, very dark ways that trouble every single person listening and people around the world. And I wonder what is the factor that sways that part of behavior back in line? Because there used to be a balancing act, because there wasn't
That's
this level of accessibility before.
I think
And a lot of things, yes, sir.
I think to an extent, not they're really the only thing that's really changed is it's more out there. You have the ability to find out more things about people than you used to. It's always been there, but people have been able to hide it.
Now that's
Nowadays, you
interesting.
really can't hide it easily.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
'Cause look at
we
the thing with, I don't know if you see it with Doctor Disrespect recently. It
I
was
don't know who that is.
years.
What's a du
Doctor Disrespect, the guy with that put
Hold
on the
on.
mullet wig
Hold
and the
on. Hold on.
mustache.
I don't know who the fuck that is, but he sounds like a pro wrestler. That's an awesome name. Did he do something stupid?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
poor guy. Oh,
hold on.
no. This sounds
He
bad. No,
is
Roshu, I've worked with you for over fucking, like, 10 years. Like, I know that laugh. Oh
okay.
god.
He he was on Twitch for a long time. One of the biggest streamers on Twitch for a long time, then randomly was just gone. You know who he is. You
I'm
know this
sure I
guy.
do. I just don't remember.
Hold on. Let me get an image up.
All I see is an image of Wolverine, and it makes me Hugh Jackman looks so tired in that movie.
Let me see. He had to deal
He
with
looks
Ryan
so
Reynolds. What do
tired.
you expect?
Yeah, he just looks so just I am ve
You know this guy because we talked,
sure I
but
do.
he got banned from Twitch. No one knew why. No one knew why.
Oh!
Many years,
Oh!
just recently, it came to find out he was messaging minors about things.
What's
No, no,
wrong with talking to
no,
dudes who work in a mine?
no, children,
Ah!
minors.
No! Whoa, is that proven or is it an allegation?
People found the actual fucking whisper things from Twitch and messages and shit, and the
What the
person
fuck is a
that
whisper?
leaked it direct messages on Twitch.
I am so old. Can you hear this, ladies and gentlemen? I am a dinosaur. I don't know what any of this.
Only reason I know because I've been on Twitch still. Um,
Yeah, because 'cause you're famous, dude.
no, the fuck, I'm not. Uh, I, I don't want to be. I want to
Everybody
be.
knows who you are.
Everybody knows your name. That was another fucked up show to an
So
extent. But anyways,
so
um, and like
so
the
this
person that
happened.
leaked
That's
it was
awful.
a previous Twitch person. Had worked at Twitch and knew why Twitch had
Okay.
banned him
Hmm.
and everything,
That's
and no one
worrying.
talked about it because of the legal things on it. And he even came out, put a tweet out of something talking about saying, "Yes, I did this." And first did state I did speak with a minor, but he went back and edited it to remove that.
Ooh,
And it's like it
that's
went
not
and
good.
something to the extent like we were talking and messaging and went to areas, inappropriate areas I shouldn't have let it go to. Why? You're the adult. Why the fuck did you even?
You know, that is the worst error in judgment you could have possibly made at that point in time as an adult. I mean, I understand lapses in judgment and making mistakes, but Jesus, man, that's a big
There's
mistake,
not a
dude.
lap in judgment. That's
That's a
a
big
I
mistake.
wanted to do it, but I'm going to make it seem like
Yeah.
it was a lapse in judgment.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. That's a difficult area to even navigate in because I go, well, I don't
What?
know, dude.
Like, why are
I
you
don't
even
know. That's
speaking with the
weird.
minor? Why are you speaking with someone that young in a private messaging?
That's weird, man. That's weird.
Like I would say the only person I ever spoke with a private any kind of messaging thing are nieces and nephews who's about a birthday gift of
Yeah, because
what they
that's
want.
that's the most normal thing a niece and nephew is supposed to ask their uncle.
It's like,
That's literally the
that's it.
most. That's yeah, yeah. That makes total sense, buddy.
It's like,
It's just I don't
I'm
know,
like,
man. I'm kind
once
of
you
baffled by
know
that.
that
I
person
don't.
is younger than the age of 18,
Here's
you
what I
end
don't
the
get.
conversation.
Here's what I don't get. This Doctor Disrespect guy. I don't know who he is. I know of him obviously from
Yeah.
this. You refresh my memory, Roshu. And will probably scream at me and go, Jay, I've talked to you about this guy like 50 times. And I go, I'll never remember. My brain's broken. But if you're that influential, let's say, and you're that financially wealthy and you're comfortable, right? Why
Mhm.
not just pay somebody to do some really depraved fetish shit and then it's not illegal? If you have to go that route. I'm sorry, but I don't want to encourage it, but like, dude, if it's that, get help. How about just get
Yeah.
help?
In fact,
Maybe admit
he
it to a
has a
doctor.
wife and kids.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that's relevant information. I wish you told me a second ago. Oh, wow. She can't wife can't be happy. Huh.
He's already cheated on her once and he stayed with him.
On what? Twitch?
No, just in general. Like he's already cheated
No,
on
did he
her.
cheat on Twitch with his wife? That bastard.
I you know what the fuck I mean.
No, but that's messed up, man. I mean, like, okay, look, everybody makes mistakes,
Yeah.
right?
But it's like one of those things that it's like a very public thing that occurred.
Whew. Here,
Mm.
people, I'm gonna say it
But it's
like
like,
this. If you're somebody who can't commit, no, 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 listen to me. If you're
yeah.
someone who can't commit, don't. Don't do it. Don't matter how much you like him. Don't matter how much you like him. If you know it's not in your heart to commit and you gonna and look, if you a dude and you know your trouser snake gets a little foreign every now and then, don't you dare bed down a female and try to lie to her like you're gonna be faithful. Don't do that.
No.
Don't be honest. Be
Here
honest, man.
here's my thing. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about this.
Oh my god, I thought of
But
something funny and awful. Roshu! They unlocked the dock. They figured it
fucking
out. They unlocked the dock. We just didn't know that was part of his flavor combination.
son of a
Ah!
bitch.
I hate myself. I hate
Uh,
myself. That was
no,
funny.
no. But now here's the thing, and I've always thought this. If you're to the point where you're going to end up trying to cheat on someone that you're with, just end a
Break up.
relationship.
Break up. Tell them the truth.
Uh,
Be
It's
like,
like,
I
I'm
wanna
not
have sex
happy.
with other people.
All right,
No,
I want him.
tell them the truth, like, I
No,
wanna have sex with other people.
no, don't get
It's
me
got nothing
wrong.
to do with
Sit
you.
there, let them know that they may be somebody that's like, okay, I'd rather have an open relationship anyway, or what is it called? Polygamy or whatever,
Confused.
where you have more than one partner.
I saw the funniest thing. I have been thinking about this for a long time. I have been thinking. Everybody wants me to react to shit. I saw this fucking show on TLC or whatever, and it's like a bunch of people who are in a relationship together, and it's like
Yeah,
polygonery,
yeah,
poly poly
yeah.
poly
I know what you're talking about.
polygony, whatever.
Whatever it is. Yeah, and I know exactly what you're. It's like to each their
And
own. If they're happy and they're actually fully, truly happy, fuck it, let them.
I couldn't do that.
Exactly, but that's it. That's you.
No, I couldn't do it on camera. Well, yeah, I can. What am I talking about? Of course I could.
Of
Of course I
course,
could.
not
Of
on
course I
camera,
could. Of course I
but
could. I could do it on camera. You know what? I think I need to redefine my career. I think I need to redefine my career here. I think I need to
uh,
go on reality television and
no, no, no. Don't go reality TV. Fuck no.
oh, I'm gonna make sure that I'm a former cook. So what I'm gonna
Eh,
do
don't make
is I'm gonna audition
shitty
for the next
reality
Hell's
TV.
Kitchen. Oh, I'm going on Hell's Kitchen. I'm gonna be the one guy who looks at Gordon Ramsay and goes, "What's up, bro? Don't call me bro. Sup, bruh? Don't call me bro, you muppet. Don't call me muppet, bro."
Shut
And I'll do
the.
that the whole season. I'll do it the whole season. I don't give a fuck. And they won't fire me. They can't eliminate me. Doesn't matter if my dishes suck. I'm good for ratings. Ha ha ha. I know better than to drink alcohol and smoke cigarettes before I go and cook some shit.
Oh, speaking of reality TV, I didn't know this, but Machete is now now one of the people of Bar Rescue. Guy
What?
that played Machete.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah, or he's in an episode of it. But I think
That's
he is
awesome.
one of the main guys now because the other guy quit.
I remember Danny Trejo was on an episode of the George Lopez show, and I laughed so fucking hard because um a suspicious dude who was gonna repair George Lopez's garage. And now I see him and I'm going, holy shit, you're machete, bro. Good for you, man. Look at you making all these moves in Hollywood.
I still want to
That
go to
dude,
his restaurant and try it. Oh, it looks
that
so
dude had
good.
a raw. Have you ever heard that guy's story? Danny
A bit of
Trejo's?
it, yeah. He's had
That
he
guy.
man,
That guy's been through so much, man. And I look at that guy's story and I go, if he can do it, I holy
yeah.
shit, man.
He can,
Inspirational.
anybody can, honestly.
Yep. It's that and DDP yoga. Get you through it.
Mm,
Holy shit. Have you seen that? Have you tried DDP yoga?
I haven't tried it. I've seen it.
F- How do I put this? You have to. I swear to God, you have to try it. Roshu,
Uh,
I'm an athlete. I've been an athlete my whole life. I promise you, it has helped me in ways that I can't even express.
I hear you. I gotta
Dude,
I gotta get more active again anyway. This job
dude,
I have
I
now,
will
I
tie
sit on my ass all
cocaine
the
around
time.
I will tie cocaine around your testicles and call the cops on you and slap your ass, let you run. You know what?
Wow.
No, I'll kidnap your dog. You'll come running after me.
Are you sure it's me that's gonna be coming after you?
Yeah, because Mrs. Roshu's in on it. She knows Jack's safe. It's okay. I'll have treats.
Oh no,
I
but you
mean, I
also
mean,
would have
I mean, give me your
uh
dog. I'm hungry. Wait, that was a Korean joke. Ha!
Oh, wait, isn't
Wait, it's
that
not winter.
cats?
Never mind. I'm not that hungry. No, that's okay. That's a street meat. No, I'm waiting on winter. I need something for the solstice.
Oh.
It's okay. Nah, man. Nah, man.
But
Try
yeah,
it.
it's
Try it.
something I want to try, but there are things I want to do. I need to do start doing first before I even attempt that.
I understand that, my brother.
Because
The
I've
f-
seen people doing it, and fuck no, if I'm gonna try that right now, I will die.
I will. That's the point, man. We want you to die, but be
No, I would
alive.
probably literally die.
Oh, I don't want you to actually die.
Yeah.
No. I need you
Uh,
well and alive for many
no.
years to come.
But
You got 10. You got to get that 5,000 mark, man. You're
oh
almost
yeah.
there. You're almost back at. You're almost at 4, and then it's on to 5. And I know you're gonna hit that mark, man. Especially
Oh
with
yeah.
some of that shit you got cooking. People, don't let him play with you, man. He told me about all the content plans that he has, and I think it's an awesome idea. I like it, but I won't say no more. I'm not.
Oh yeah.
It's just a good
The
idea with it
main
too.
thing that I was probably going to take at least a week or two to get going to because you got to gather it all and put it together. But
Of
hey, I'd
course, but
rather
that's the point.
take time to get shit done.
Yeah, and that's a good idea, man. And I always feel that a big part about, and this is so weird, but that I even say advice like this or even have an opinion on it, but I think a big part about reaching out to your audience or even trying to gain a new audience is by putting something together that you yourself want to watch.
Oh yeah.
And I really mean that. And I'm sorry if it's not more thought provoking or philosophical, but it kind of is that easy. Because if you really think about it, ASAP Rocky said something fucking really intelligent. He said, like, creativity is like 10% idea, 90% editing. And he's really right. Because you could have an idea, but you got to go back and change it and re-edit this and re-edit this. Man, take the time you need on it and then figure out what really you want to put out there. And that's gonna that people appreciate authenticity. And you do have that because you've never been anybody but yourself.
Exactly.
And that's a big deal.
Like there's no point. That's why like some of the things I see people do that just doesn't make. I've never got into people that do characters like on streams or anything.
Now
I
what do you
get it
mean? You
to an
mean like
extent. Like people that do just an all out character that they're not them. They created a character specifically for this and then overtopped it. Like did it the over the top. It's just like
isn't that performance?
to an extent, but when
Yeah.
it's one of those things of, and it's probably because I'm just not the audience for it, but it's like some people I see just do it because they don't think people would like themselves, them.
I
So
get that.
what's the point of
I get
showing
that.
themselves? But it's like, dude, you're more interesting just as who you are than what you're
Now,
doing. Because so many people try and copy certain things too, and it's like, and
oh
completely
yeah.
copy. And it's like, why do that? Take elements, take ideas, change it to yourself, of course, because nothing's new. Nothing is brand new anymore. It's been done a million times, but put your own spin on it. But don't copy it completely.
I think I think what a person does with it is a big part of it.
Yeah.
And it really comes back to when you talk about people who are carbon copies and people who kind of become clones of other more successful people. That's a big mistake. It's
Yeah.
a big mistake. You have nowhere to branch because people don't really know you for you. And I understand that perspective, man, because I sit there and I go, I could do certain things and just how people wanted it and make successful channels, but I don't
Oh
want to
yeah.
do that because it's not interesting. Now, if I'm just in it to make money, yeah, sure, do it today. But that's not
And
why I
that,
do it.
and the
So
thing is, though, also sometimes you just got to try it and see what happens. Because, as
yeah,
far as you know, it could go, oh, this is not going. No one's going to be interested in this. I'll just put it on one, and all of a sudden, it's the best thing you ever did.
it's very true, man, and
Because
that's part of it.
you never know until you try it.
It
For
is true.
certain
You have to
things, there are things you
experiment.
should never try.
I don't know, man. Give me one thing you should never try.
Do I really need to get into? There's discussions we've already had about it.
I mean, I'm like, I can't think of anything I shouldn't try.
Adult and other thing. If you're an adult, there's things you shouldn't try.
Huh, let's see. Well, that happened to me when I was in Cub Scouts, and another thing happened to me when that woman drank too much wine, and then it happened again at the New Year's party when she drank too much. Wait, am I speaking out? Oop. You know what? I just
but
realized
no,
something. I think I
but
had a traumatic life. I'm just kidding.
in all honesty, yeah, there are
Am I?
certain things you probably shouldn't try. Like, I don't think you
Yeah.
should go and try cocaine. Yeah,
I
no.
don't know, man. I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't know. Coca-Cola Classic's pretty good, man. I think everybody should try pop.
For the
Well, at
people
least
that
you drink it on a long-term
don't
basis.
ever never knew that cocaine used to be in Coca Cola. Uh,
Yeah, that's what I mean. At least try it once. Just go to Mexico. You could just sprinkle some cocaine inside the actual Coca-Cola can with the real sugar and just go buzzing for about 20 minutes. You'll be
and
fine. Be
then
alright.
again, from what I've heard and been told,
Spend
cocaine's
5
not
bucks,
what it
live
used to
free.
be at all.
I don't know. I never had a powder problem. You know, I made jokes about it plenty of times, but I've never been a person who liked
Yeah.
how do I put this? How do I put this?
Mm,
Drugs genuinely scare me.
mm.
I grew up in an environment where I saw a lot of drug users and what it did to people. I saw heroin addicts growing up. I saw cocaine users. I saw alcoholics, and it really
Oh,
showed
and
me
real quick, just
what not to.
FYI, marijuana is not a
Yeah,
fucking drug to the
yeah,
extent of what
nah,
other
man,
things are. Is it
nah.
still? Yeah, no. It's like,
Marijuana's on the same par of a drug that coffee is.
yeah,
Because caffeine's a drug, but it's culturally accepted, and it's accepted in the United States. It's not accepted in the UK, not to the extent they might want you to believe.
I
It's
accept it really
more
in the United
accepted.
States.
No, UK, not United States. United States is legalized.
Not what? No,
England
it's
has
not
it.
fully.
England and other places have a different perspective in general. At the minimum, America has legalized it for certain states for recreational and medicinal use. So
Yeah.
that's the major difference.
Okay.
It's the culture. The culture of the country has begun to accept it. Like, for example, now in certain states that you have recreational laws in place where you can go in and buy it, it's a liquor store.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You're just going into a liquor store, and it's a good source for job stimulation and money.
Oh yeah.
Look what happened to Colorado.
There's billions of fucking
Yeah.
dollars coming in
I
from
have
tax
someone
revenue
who,
alone.
yeah, I got someone who's very close to me and my works in the marijuana industry legally.
Yeah.
He manages dispensaries for a job, and the kid is doing moves that he never would have been able to do if he had not been in that industry. The money alone that what he's talking about is fucking significant for him, and I'm so happy for him. You know, it's just one example of people I know who decided to just not be the guy working there. He decided to take on the challenge and go, well, I wonder what distribution is like. I wonder what I could do with all this type of stuff. He started looking up laws and researching it. Now the shit that he did when he got in trouble for at 16 is his job
Yeah.
in his 30s. And now he's getting paid to do it. I'm going, good for you, man. Good for you figuring out something that worked.
Oh yeah. And it's like, in my honest opinion, if you want something, if something that you smoke needs to be legal, tobacco, tobacco and cigarettes as we have it now should be illegal because they kill more people than weed ever has in the actual product.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Cigarettes kill people. We don't kill people. Vapes
Like,
kill people. That's the craziest thing. The craziest thing that ever happened was
it
America
fucking,
got wise to it very quickly. Now they're still stupid now with it, but Americans used to look at vape pens as tacky because they were. They were these stupid things with a back cartridge that you had to fill up and pour
yeah.
juice in. It was so annoying. And then it got to a point where it became marketed and cool and part of youth culture. And that was one of the most sickening things I ever
Oh yeah.
saw. The second I saw, I remember seeing it, advertisements for like pods and all this other shit and single serving vapes with nice designs and flavors. And I'm going, that's for
That's for
kids, man.
kids.
That's for kids, dude. And then I'm seeing them and I'm looking at what these kids are buying. They're buying vapes and they're buying fucking primes and energy drinks. And I looked into what prime actually is. Oh my God. Kids should not be drinking that. It'll fucking kill
Oh
them.
yeah.
Over time, it'll create fatal heart arrhythmias in their body. It'll give them issues with caffeine, sleep, attention span. Like, it's not me being preachy. It's proven. And I go, what the fuck are parents doing? Like, Roshu, I'm sorry. I
Okay.
remember a time where I like that just wasn't happening. It just wasn't, man. Parents had way more oversight over their kids.
And, and yeah, it's just people to an extent that don't look at what they're drinking or anything of that kind of nature. Because oh, it's just for
Ah,
Prime, it's just an energy drink. No.
fuck, dude. Does that not alone worry you?
And
That worries me, man.
the
I
fact
remember when Monsters first came out, I was afraid of those things because I was like, "What the fuck? That's not cool." It was like, "Oh, they're great." I'm going, "I don't know, man. Quit being a
but
pussy. Fuck you, I'll be a pussy if I want. Look at
that's
that
the
shit.
thing
What is
with
that?"
I'll say this with Monster, it honestly, you say anything about the color, look at fucking Mountain Dew. But with Monster, it's what most of it's caffeine and a shitload of sugar. I don't drink because it fucks with me, but it's just
Not
too
just
much at
you.
one
It
time.
fucks
It's
with humans.
yeah,
That's
but
what
it's
that
like
shit does.
it's one of those things of that's that, but then you have Prime, which was made it seemed like made to fucking kill people.
What I
Almost.
know
Monster
what I know
wasn't. This was.
bullshit
It's
Monster wasn't. Look, man, I'll
it's
say
I
it
don't
like
know.
this.
It seems that
Energy
way anyway.
drinks. Dude, have you not seen what they've done to people? Look at what they've done to humans.
Yeah.
Humans are nicotine addicted, vice addicted, everything addicted, ultra consumeristic more than ever. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Remember that story where I
Yeah.
was telling you I could have walked into that Starbucks and robbed people. That's everywhere, man.
Oh yeah.
It's everywhere. Everywhere you go, the second somebody has 2 seconds of free time, which I don't understand the concept of that. I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Free time? What about your
What's
life is
that?
so what about your life is so what about your life is so locked in place that you have the thought that you can go on your fucking phone, idiot." Like, I'm not trying to be rude. I know it's
Yeah.
mean, but I go, "Dude, every country right now is in a problem area. France is on fire, Canada's gonna fucking blow up, America's getting shot at more than usual, England's completely broken, Europe's fucked." Like, dude,
This is
we need to work. It's okay though. It's
oh
okay.
yeah.
We're still here to help you, and we are going to be the two voices in the wasteland after the bombs go off. It'll be Roshu and I just talking, going,
And it-
"Hey Jay, do you remember that Fallout show we were talking about? Yeah, I really wished I watched it. It's amazing our internet connection lasted this long.
Uh, but like
Jesus,
like you said, Prime Energy is not even allowed to be sold in Canada.
why?
It's being say Canadian for
Oh,
it's
because
a
they were
it's
smart. Oh, I love you.
yeah.
I love it.
And
Thank
there's
you,
a
Canada.
Canadian, I guess, with a that being said, a Canadian version with French labeling and a health Canadian warning. Why even allow that? Just fucking outlaw it completely. Just
You know
outlaw
what
it.
I find very interesting? Everybody likes to make fun of America, right? For how
Yeah.
stupid they are. Why the fuck is the rest of the world drinking the goddamn energy drinks that come from America that are known to hurt people's health?
This is
It's all over Europe, man.
it makes
Prime is international, man.
it
Prime
makes
is
no sense.
parasitically global. It's fucking horrendous. And then you got to
Uh
think of the people behind it, too, like figureheads that are very disreputable. Actually, criminals,
yeah.
genuine criminals are behind that drink. And I'm going, why does nobody actually just boycott these people? Oh, because they're too big. It's like, well, yeah, but you could just not buy it. Oh, well, it's our kid. I don't know, man. Maybe if you told your kids what they actually did, they wouldn't like them so much.
The fact oh, it's too big. Did people not just in June, this is just a kind of a thing. Did people not see what people did when Sony did the bullshit they did with Helldivers 2? Or people are doing
Sign-in
even
thing.
now with just consistent fucking negative, just going, oh, you want to make that change and make it to where we have to have the PlayStation Network? I'm just going to and just bomb the hell and drop a game that was actually 300 was 400,000 people at launch, constantly overwhelming and positive. In a day, negative completely. People were asking for constant
That
refunds
really
and all
made
kinds of
Helldivers
bullshit.
people angry.
Oh, that
That really made
it
Helldivers
pissed
people
off the
angry.
divers dev. It pissed off the devs. Like it technically they said, oh, it always had been there because technically, and they even stated that we couldn't disabled it, but the Helldiver dev team never wanted it to begin with. But
Yeah, it was a
contractually,
tricky situation.
it was a Sony thing that they had to have. But it's like we disabled it for this time because of issues. And I guess had been trying to like, no, we don't need it.
Oh man, Helldivers 2 was an interesting
And then
situation, and unfortunately, that player base hasn't recovered. The game
no,
itself is fine; it's still getting
it,
updated today.
the thing
But
is, it
and
hadn't recovered also because Sony, Sony's like, well, and then made it to where it wasn't sellable in countries that didn't have PlayStation Network. Since they changed that, said it doesn't need it anymore, they still haven't got it back. There can be sold and played in those areas.
it's gonna be
They
like that,
still
isn't it?
haven't
I mean,
changed it.
Sony. I haven't paid too much attention to the gaming world, but what I have noticed, as far as video games and everything I talked about 10 years ago happened.
Yeah,
Everything. Every
and
single thing I'd warned everybody about, not just me, by the way,
yeah,
other people too, thousands of other people did. It all came to pass. It's all happening now. Live service games, microtransactions, even I know loot crates kind of took a back seat, but cosmetic microtransactions and all this other shit, it's even more insane. Games are
oh yeah.
coming out less complete.
And
They're be- they're
if
they're
you
they're
notice,
less.
though, more and more people since they started like more and more times have they gotten to the point where like that's why Baldur's Gate was so great is it showed and they negative reviewed so many more things now that people kind of like companies have backtracked and like we're not going to do that, we're not going to release that, we're not going to get that or whatever. And then Baldur's Gate come out and Baldur's Gate just saying y'all don't need to do this shit or get rid of people. The fact mass layoffs this last year in the gaming industry because they just didn't want to pay.
You know what's gonna happen eventually. And now this has to be up to all the human beings, and I don't think it can happen, but it could. So I got to slightly adjust myself. I think there may come a time where we're gonna have a crash, but it's gonna
Hmm.
look different. I think it's gonna come to a point where you're gonna have a lot less people signing up for game development,
Oh yeah,
a lot less people signing up to write for video games, a lot less people taking those types of jobs as far as in a bigger way because there is money in it. There absolutely is, but given the reputation that the video game industry has, especially on developers and writers and
here's the thing.
to them, it's not
Actually,
worth it.
what I think we're going to
Maybe.
see more of is more developers are going to either open their own indie or go for indies rather than the triple A's. They may make
It has
less
been
money,
proven.
but they're going to go to that,
It
and it's
has been
already
proven that all the
started
studios can do that.
because like
Here's the question.
um Marion Studios is a perfect example. They still have the same people they started with, a lot of the same people they started with, and even more, and just opened another one and saying, like, he even stated, there's no reason to get rid of the people that made you this because they're the talent. Like their multiple of their game speeches for rewards and stuff have been just criticizing
Mhm.
the fuck out of other game companies for doing that shit. It's like, why are you going to do that and then turn right around and hire people because
There's
you're
no easy
doing it
fix.
to make stockholders think you're making money.
Yeah, and there's no easy fix for that. I mean, there is a level of a lot of these companies don't want to just close their doors because if they have to turn away from AAA and all that kind of stuff, that's what would happen to a lot of them.
Yeah, and that's
There's a lot of studios that would die because of it, but
and it's like
it would be a pure existence of gaming if you had to
it's
call it
one
that.
it's one of those things of it's just if you got to get rid you there are times where you have to get rid of some people, of course, but not get rid of people just to make it look like you made more than what you actually did.
Now that's weird.
That's what they're
That's a weird
doing.
thing to do. Yeah, that's
And in
weird.
turn,
Firing people for
literally
no
a
actual
couple of
reason.
weeks later, and there's some tweets and stuff about it. I just got laid off a couple of weeks ago, and now I'm sitting at my job. I got laid off from up to be hot for people to get hired. That's what they're doing. They're not getting rid of them because we're having the downsides we didn't make money. They're doing it because they want to look more profitable than they actually were. But here's the
I
thing: if
don't
you
know if
keep those
having a
people
high
that made
turnover.
these things that actually
Yeah,
did good work, guess what? They're
yeah.
going to do more work and do work again for you to make more money.
I think it depends on what they're asking for.
Well, that's the thing. If they're not asking for any more money at that time or anything like that, why not? Like, I think it was Rocksteady or 2K. Someone who had made record amounts, made record cash, made record money in cash, and still laid people off. Like their profits were record level for that year, and then go, oh yeah, we had to fire people because we had to downsize. How does that correlate with how much money you've made for the company
I
as a
don't
whole?
know. I
That
can
makes no
the
sense.
the only way that I can really look at reason. Now, I'm not in charge of no fucking multi-million dollar video game company, but if you have people who are actually underperforming, which you will
Yeah.
have, yeah, fire them. But that's probably the only thing I can think
Uh,
of.
But like now, if you went from 1 year and then all of a sudden, hey, this year I've lost $100 million. What's going on? And like, okay, if we don't do this, we're going to if we don't do this, we're going to end up having to do more. That I can
Yeah,
understand. But if you're
yeah.
making record profits,
I'm
it doesn't
I'm
make sense.
I'm trying to look at it like what would a legitimate reason to let somebody go? I can think of underperforming staff member or
Uh,
some type of personal misconduct that the employee did.
yeah, that as well as just legitimately, if we don't let people go, we are going to end up having to close an entire branch or closing this or something like that. That I can understand. It sucks, but it happens. Like you got to look at if we don't let these few people off, we'll have to get rid of all these people
But why would a company let go of a part of their workforce when there's no need to?
because they want to look more profitable than they are to stockholders.
How does
Their
that
their whole point because oh, if we get rid of these amount of people before this particular time, we don't have to pay them before the end of this quarter, and we look like
Oh,
we've
they're
made
not
more money.
oh, they're not incorrect, and they're absolutely right. That's true, though. That's actually a fucking fact, or that's truth.
That's what they're
Oh my
doing. That's
god.
what a lot of gaming industries are doing, and like just and also expect a
Huh.
lot more indie games because freaking video game actors and stuff just went on strike. The SAG after people for video game side just went on strike
Oh
because
my
they don't
god,
want to do
SAG.
AI protection and
Oh my
other
god.
image protections and stuff.
Oh, I hear about SAG every day, Roshu. I'm an actor, so I mean I have to hear
Yeah.
about it. Oh my god.
But yeah, they just
Oh.
officially went on strike.
Are you talking about the AI thing that they're really
Yeah,
upset
the
about?
AI with the image protection and all
Yeah.
that. And like
SAG is
now, here's the
pissed.
thing: anything that's been in
SAG is
production
angry.
for more than a year, still they're still allowed to work on. They don't have to. They can tell, you know what, I'm not going to, but they can't. If it's not been in production for more than a year, they can't. So expect a lot more indie shit. Because it's like people were hoping GTA 6, they were hoping GTA 6 would be in this. Unfortunately, it's not. Because it's been in production for more than a year.
I think a property like that's gonna stay under Rockstar's control for the foreseeable future.
Well, no, it's not control, just in the fact they're hoping to be able it would be extremely affected by it
Oh,
and stuff.
yeah, I mean, maybe.
But yeah,
That's nuts, man.
that's one of those things. And it's like we have this, we have all these layoffs, we have all that. You're going to start
It's
seeing a lot of these AAA guys fall completely within probably the next few years. I see it
it
happening.
really s it really sounds like the creatives should fucking not work on video games that are from bigger companies at this point. Like, what's the
Right now,
point?
no. Like look at I don't know if you've seen any of these stuff. Look at Hooded Horse. They are a
No, I don't know what that is,
publisher.
but
Okay,
oh, okay.
you know, man, like Manor. Have you seen just people talk about Manor Lords? and Nordlands and stuff like that. If you've been on YouTube at recently at all
No.
or anything. Well, okay, pretty much
I've been so
they
busy, I'm
are a
sorry, pal.
publisher that has indies, and all they do is they pretty much give them the money and go for it. And they talk and they constantly push these indie games and indie companies.
Okay,
They ain't like EA or anything, and they're technically small. You could call them an indie publisher,
okay.
technically. It's like one thing recently where Mandalorian's is the game. Pretty much one person had been working on it with help with others, but one person
Jesus
had been mostly
Christ.
working on it. And they recently got more, and there's something about, well, Mandalorian is a perfect thing showing of early access not being viable or something. And Hooded Horse is like, what the fuck are you talking about? The whole
Yeah,
point of
man.
early access is to grow as it's growing, like to develop
Oh,
and change and update things. Now the game was playable and playable and pretty damn good when it went into early access, but it was more
you
the
know my
fact,
feelings on early access titles.
yeah. But that's the thing, that it was pretty much at the stage of, if I don't do early access as a single indie dev, this will never be out. Kind of ideal.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's like,
That's
because he
weird.
was him. He had maybe two or three other people, but it was pretty much just him. That's
It's a
where,
tough call.
yeah. It's like there are
Yeah.
certain things that I'm okay with early access, and there's certain things that should never be early access.
You know, I think every gamer is gonna have a varying judgment on what
Is-
constitutes a good early access, what doesn't. But I think there's some general rules of
Yeah.
thumb that all of you look at and go, yeah, that should not be an early access versus, yeah, that's fine.
Oh yeah. And like it's just, yeah, and it's just, that's one example of me going, that's how a publisher should do things. Stand up for the developer. Like none of these AAA publishers or anything do anything like that.
Well, it's not in their best interest.
Why the fuck is it?
It's just not
If your
because it doesn't matter.
developer does better, you do better.
Because these companies are at a point where they can fire everybody and then get new people to do it for cheaper, and they will.
Mm,
And that's any industry. It's corporate, man. Think about
mm.
it. You've worked corporate stuff before.
Oh
What's
yeah.
the thing about corporate? They can always find somebody to do the same job for cheaper, and they're probably going to be younger and experienced, so they'll want to stay there longer, and they'll be more susceptible to the company.
But game companies
It's
keep
not.
laying them off. It doesn't going to matter how long they stay.
That's true. That's true. And
That's the
that'll leave the game
problem.
industry in a problem.
But
And if
here,
they keep going that route, they might be able to get away with it for another couple decades, but
I doubt it.
eventually,
I
yeah,
doubt it's
maybe,
going to be a couple decades. It's
maybe, buddy.
maybe 5 more years before
And
we see one of the biggest ones just fall.
we do know that
Maybe,
if people don't
because
get,
like
if
look
the
at
workers don't get sick of it, it's not going to change.
look
Like
at
they got to stop. They got to stop working on them.
like the purchase for Microsoft to Activision. Honestly, I honestly think if they probably didn't purchase them, we would not have Activision anymore.
That's sad. Activision has been around for a time since the beginning of the gaming industry.
Mm.
Really,
And
it's
then
one of the oldest ones out there.
yeah, and I honestly think that's what it is. Uh, it's just it's ridiculous.
But video games are also a completely unrecognizable entity from what every gamer in their own era considers the best era versus what it is today. And you'll
Like,
never get it back.
oh yeah,
We can't. It's
yeah.
gone. It's
And
gone. It's been dead for about a decade.
what's been dead for a decade?
Uh what people used to identify as gaming has been dead for about 10 years, if not
Well, that
longer. What we have now is
I
is
kind of
gaming.
debate that,
What?
because even though there are a lot of games, there are a lot of games that have microtransactions, stuff like that. There's still good. There still are good games and really good elements in it. It's just so many people are worried about how much I can make after the first purchase.
Yeah, see, this is why I say that the gaming that we knew about 10 years ago or whatever,
Yeah,
whatever you think about gaming, and I mean this to audience and everybody, like what you believe is the ideal perspective of gaming, it doesn't exist anymore.
yeah,
That died. That's been dead. What you have now is you have to find a way to navigate within this corporate entity known as the gaming industry and finding the gems in that fucking oil slick.
yeah.
And I'm
It's
serious because you're gonna find companies like this. Rockstar is always gonna do it. EA is always gonna do it. Will they fail? Maybe.
yeah.
Maybe.
I will say this
Maybe.
about Rockstar though.
Someone gets caught with the wrong nudes in someone's folder, yeah, that company's gone.
I will say this one thing about Rockstar. When it comes to, let's say, like GTA 5 online or something like that, when it's an online thing, I can understand why they have certain things because they're having to keep that running. Because as long as people are playing it, they're having to keep servers going. They're having to pay for that. They're having to pay because people want constant updates. They're having to pay for people to keep it updated, keep things going, fix things, doing all that. That's a little bit different, in my opinion.
That's
It
the other
comes to
thing. That's
when you have
no, go ahead.
single player games or just shit games focused just on the microtransaction.
I know, man. It's tough because now you're in a space to where even something like the single player experience is not dead, but it's different. It's altered.
Yeah.
It very much is. And gaming in general, I think it's at a point to where it is truly one of those hobbies that you should be able to pick up and put down and not care about because this isn't the battle, the fight anymore. Like that battle for indie and all this other kind of stuff and wanting things to be better. It's not the battle you need to fight. It's the energy's great, but we need to put into a different area. It's more about what people are doing now, the people who highlight the issues of the major industries, and then going to the independent industries where you're talking about that things are going to land and supporting those projects. Because the only way to make people who care about money and only money listen is when they lose a lot more money because they fucked up. That's the
Yeah.
only way to change it. And that means gamers have to stop their bullshit. And I'm serious. How you gonna get a bunch of 14-year-olds who don't give a fuck about this type of stuff to actually stop paying and stop playing Fortnite?
They're not going to.
Right, man.
And
Right. So it's a
I
situation.
already know
Go.
there are going to be some people that listen to this because I am probably going to end up playing Star Wars Galaxies because it's an open world Star Wars game for about something other than Jedi.
Star Wars what? Galaxy? What?
No, not Galaxies, Star Wars Outlaws. My bad.
The fuck is that? That sound cool.
Star Wars Outlaws. You are a smuggler. That's
What?
what you are.
Is
You're a
that new
fucking.
or old?
It's coming out this August.
Wait,
It's coming out in August 30th.
so
From
wait, I can steal a lightsaber.
that I don't know. I
These
don't know
motherfuckers,
that.
they hide the only necessary relevant information I need to know.
But that's the
There's
thing.
two
I'd
things I need
rather
to
it
know in
not
video games.
be. That's the thing. I like. Don't get me wrong. I like Jedi. I like Sith, but I want more. Like, there's such a large fucking universe. Why are we just focusing on those two things?
Because that makes the most money.
People are. Tons of people fucking wanting more than just that, especially when it comes to, especially in the gaming side of
Didn't
it.
didn't all the Star Wars people get the bounty hunter thing?
Bounty Hunter thing. Are you talking about for the Han
Boba
Solo
Fett
movie?
thing? No, the Boba Fett show.
Yeah,
Didn't y'all
The
get that?
Mandalorian and Boba Fett. Yeah, and people love
Yeah,
the shit out of it. At least of the
right.
Mandalorian. I don't know too
Okay.
much if they
So
how many people liked Boba Fett. I didn't haven't had time to fucking watch it.
I'm so lost on Star Wars. I didn't realize
but
there was this much Star Wars.
but it's like people want more, and that's one thing about for Star Wars Outlaws. And people are going to say, "Well, you just said this. You shouldn't be supporting this." Yeah, I know Ubisoft that it's a Ubisoft product, but I will state this on Ubisoft:
Okay.
their single player games, at least the ones I've played, and he said, don't have they have DLCs, but not too really microtransactions single player. Yeah, their multiplayer games do. but most of their multiplayer is free. Like their actual full multiplayer games are free.
Man, gaming sounds like such a mess now, Roshu. How do
It
you
it
deal
is.
with it? How the fuck?
I don't
How
know.
the fuck do you deal with that shit,
I don't
man? I'm
know.
listening to all this
I
going,
I deal with it by not
"Oh
playing
my god."
a lot of the big
Yeah,
popular
man.
stuff. I don't play Modern Warfare. I don't play Fortnite. I don't play League of Legends or Overwatch or any. I really don't play any of those.
There's no point to play them. At least for
Mm.
someone
I
like me, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I don't really play any of those. Oh, every once in a while, play Battlefront 1 or 4 of them because it's for a mindless shooter.
Jesus Christ, is it Jesus? I think like once every couple years, I might fire up my old emulator, play Streets of Rage 3 for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like that's literally what I do now, Rosh.
But it's
I don't know what the fuck people are doing. I'm fine sitting over
but
goddamn beat 'em
you
up from the
realize how
90s.
old Battlefront 1 is though now?
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's too new. It's too new.
No, it's
It's
what,
too
like
new.
at least 7 to 10, somewhere between 7 to 10 years old now, I want to
No,
say.
anything with polygons is too refined for
Fuck
someone like me. I
no.
need to go back to sprites. I need Streets of
I
Rage
don't get
3,
don't get me
tops.
wrong. I love them, but there's some that they'll like I love Baldur's Gate 3, but I can't play Baldur's Gate 1 or 2. It's just it's less graphics, it's not user friendly. Yeah, at fucking all.
You know what? I
It's
realized
so
that was one
annoying
of
in
the
some of those.
that was
Uh
a weird thing that happened. Like video games having to become more user friendly. It's very interesting. Games used to just abandon you halfway through and you had to
I,
die 100 times and then you got good.
yeah, I guess it's less user friendly. It's more of the UI and stuff got better. Like you could actually like with one, you have to constantly click everything and just click to move, click to do this, and then somehow a dozen times click a thing to finally attack something.
Yes. 200 times to hit
That's
somebody once.
changed, and which I'm glad it has because it shows the effect of it not being that yes they abandoned you and didn't give a fuck. It's more of it's developed where you you're better. We're better at being able to make sure this works like we wanted it to. Because the
Jesus.
stuff
And
they've
I'm
been
sitting
able to do back then was great, but they just didn't
God.
have the ability to do certain things.
And I'm sitting here thinking the pinnacle of gaming success is playing a game like Hatred, where I can just be a serial killer for fucking out. You know, I go, "Hey,
uh,
I'm happy." And people go, "That's barbaric." And I go, "Shut up. Leave me alone. I'm playing a survival run."
fucking hatred. Uh, um,
I defended that game so much, and I had to. Do you remember all that
oh
shit
yeah,
that I got?
oh yeah. But it's like it's just a fucking game. It's like people do the worst thing ever. GTA
I
is
thought
just
about it.
if you think about it, GTA is just as bad.
I thought Hatred was the most harmless game in the world, to be honest with you, because it's Nathan Explosion. Just, I have no name, and human skull. It's so dumb. And I loved it. I loved it. I love the fact that
It's
you just had Nathan Explosion, and the first thing he does is he kicks open his door with an AK-47 and he chops down his whole neighborhood. That's so fun. It's so stupid. I love the fact that you can get health by executing people. It's like I use it. It's so dumb. It's so awesome. I
like
love that. Yeah, come
I
on,
know,
blowing up. Oh,
but it's just like so many people saying this is the most evil thing. Have you never seen GTA or I don't know any of the Call of Duty or Battlefield games?
it's just the thing that kills me is that people take this hobby so. You have to remember we're playing. Guys, everybody,
But
women, everybody,
think
come
of the
on, man, be real
children.
about this. Not even the children. Think about it from a common sense point of view. Video game retailers, gamers, you give them too much power. You really do. You need to stop pretending like these motherfuckers are doing anything sacred. I understand video games are awesome. I love them too. But you're getting lost. I think a lot of them are. They're like game companies now walk around like they're a fucking oil company.
Yeah.
And I go, "Nah, man, you really ain't like, dude, trust me. If you wind up in a bad neighborhood, you're still gonna get mugged. Like, you not that special, bro. Calm down."
And
And I
that's
need game companies to calm down with that shit because I'm going, look,
uh,
man, you don't understand. If you piss off a bunch of nerds, eventually they're just gonna shut all your shit down. You don't realize that fucking with them is fucking with people who have access to things like Reddit and 4chan.
and a
Like
lot
at
of
the
them
end of the
know how to
day,
get into your systems.
yeah. And I'm not threatening anything. I'm
I'm
saying
just
that's what
saying,
happens. That's what
you piss
happens.
off the wrong
Remember
group of
when
people.
well, shit, look what happened to Sony when they yelled at North Korea, fucking hacked. Sony's a very hackable place. Now, I'm not
Oh yeah.
threatening that, and I will never approve doxing or hacking,
Oh
but
no.
it's what people do. It's just like, dude, I'm just saying that companies are in a weird area, and the
I
importance that gamers give to the companies is what screws a lot of gamers, man.
yeah.
For real.
I really think like Baldur's Gate 3 showed the biggest of it. They are technically an indie to maybe B type gaming company that showed you don't need to be big to make something good.
You don't.
You don't need all the little bullshit and extra things to make something entertaining. Were they in early access for a good few years? Yes. But that Act 1 was at least 50 hours on its own. And that was the early access.
But gaming's also in a point to where something being in early access is no longer the sin it
Yeah.
was years ago.
But
Now it's accepted.
yeah. But what I'm getting that, but that's what I'm getting is like that you and or honestly, if they had released the entire game like it was in early access when they released it, people would have enjoyed the hell out of it. There'd be people that didn't like it because there were things they really didn't care for, but they would have gone, that's a good game. That's where it was a few years ago when it was in early access. And that tells me and shows me if you take the time and work and do the things and put love into something you actually enjoy and that put your time and effort and really just focus less on the corporate side and more on if I do this, I'll make the money, or if I do this, we'll get the sales and get the people and do that. Went from a good game to a great game that won almost every fucking award it could have in the time it was released fully.
I get that.
But
I
that
get
shows
that.
that, and hopefully that shows that there are other companies that can do that kind of thing outside of the big AAA companies.
There are, but there's no buts. There are companies that do that. You were citing one earlier, so that was a very
Yeah,
good example. I forgot the name. But I don't I don't think gamers understand what type of fight they're fighting.
they're fighting
I
against
don't.
corporate rather than the actual developers, but everyone goes after the
I
developers.
mean, no, they're fighting against. Yes, that is true.
They're
That is
fighting
true
against
partially.
greed.
Yeah, 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 they are. They're also fighting against themselves. Gamers don't understand that the worst thing that gamers ever did was support a company.
I I
Because
debate
there's a
that a
portion
little
of
bit.
gamers because there's well, no, listen, man, there's a portion of gamers that still engage in microtransactions, and we know it's
Yeah,
bad. But all of you do it. All of you. Everybody that's listening right now, you're a gamer, you do it. Don't lie to me. Shut up. Don't lie to
uh,
yourself.
all right, I'll
You
ask you
buy a
this: are you talking
DLC,
about
you buy a
actual
mic
microtransactions or DLC? Because there's true DLCs that were technically expansions back in the day.
sure, but that was 5 years ago.
Well, no, no,
That's a very different place.
but
But
that's
I'll
what I'm getting at is there are DLCs that people actually made, like the
certainly.
Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty DLC would have been an expansion. They just called it
And
DLC
that you
now because
have
you
to
don't
take
have to
out
have
of
a separate
contention.
thing.
That you take out of contention, just like what
Yeah,
you would do with The Witcher 3, those 2 expansions that were genuinely their own games if you
yeah,
sold them
that's
separately,
what I'm
which they
getting at.
did not include.
That's what I
I
get.
have to those are fine. Those are fine
I don't
because that
buy
is
the little
something that
bullshit.
wasn't I
'Cause
know, I know,
yeah, I get what
maybe,
you're saying. Majority of
I'm not
people
saying
buy those battle
yes, it's
passes
a grand
or
majority,
cosmetics
and that's
or
not even their fault.
oh,
It's not even their fault because this is another thing that gamers can't fight against. the definition of gamer is different, and now gamers have to contend with the fact that there's different eras of people who play
Oh
video
yeah.
games. Most people playing today don't have the time. They don't. They don't. They just don't. They're working, they have a job, they're having sex, they're getting drunk, they're going back to work, they're getting fired, they're doing stuff. Gaming takes a back seat. And the one people who really get hit by this shit is younger audiences. I'm talking about
Mm.
teenagers because they get this warped perception of that's how gaming is. And it
Oh yeah.
shouldn't happen, but it's a little too late because the people who were younger who didn't listen to the podcast and the video content and all the shit from people way bigger than me about the gaming industry 10 years ago are now the adults upset about the same thing.
Yep.
So
And,
I look at this and I always turn it back to the consumer. It's partially your fault too. It's the
and
game company's fault for marketing it to you. But after you discovered this, when you discovered about fear of missing out, when you discovered the psychological mind fuckery that they genuinely do to you in marketing, advertisements, and everything, it is very good to see a lot of gamers and actors and writers going away toward the indie market.
yeah.
You're right, Rochu. It presents a reflection, a response to what we were describing earlier. However, every asshole's still gonna play Fortnite, man.
And which I'll never understand.
It's fun
No,
to
it
them.
isn't.
To them, it's fun. No, no, not to us, not to us, not to
Yeah.
us. To
And
them,
I
it's fun.
miss what Fortnite was supposed to be.
I don't even know what it was supposed to be.
It was
I mean,
supposed to be a
Fortnite to me
co-op.
is Duck Dynasty. I'm lost.
It was supposed to be a co-op game where building game where there were storms that could come in and just fuck all your shit up and
Oh my
bring
goodness.
random creatures and shit
Oh my goodness. I don't like this.
that you had to
No.
pay for,
What?
and you actually had to purchase the game.
I don't.
That's what it
So
used
Fortnite
to
is now
be.
a free to play experience that is
Free to
more in a
play.
battle royale building format. Isn't
I
that
will
correct?
give this to Fortnite. I will give this.
Oh,
They genuinely
clip it.
try.
He's about to compliment Fortnite. It's unheard
Yeah.
of territory.
Do here's the thing. They genuinely have put on shows in Fortnite, concerts and shit, and actually got musicians to play that real time concerts and shit. That's actually pretty cool because then you can actually get people you may never get to meet in real life that you've met on that game and enjoy something together.
A bunch of nerds sitting on Fortnite, wiggling their joysticks around while
But,
Drake plays music. That's
but
hilarious.
I'm just saying, like that
Fucking
is
awesome.
actually people from around the world that would never be able to get to meet in real life that became friends get to enjoy something together like that. That's
You know what's
cool.
gonna be really cool? It is
That's
cool.
badass.
It is cool. You know what's gonna be even better? When gamers get so fed up with video games, they go back to LARPing and LARPing becomes cool. Mark my words,
LARPing is
it's
still
gonna
cool in
happen.
Europe. Do you
Oh
not know
god.
that?
No, dude, it's Europe. Of course it's cool in Europe. Europe is
uh, but it's this.
Europe is culturally different, man.
I mean, and
Oh god.
it's like one of those things with Fortnite. It's one of those things. It's a free to play game, and I'll give a pat. Like certain free to play games, I can understand why they have microtransactions. I
Why?
get it because especially if it's an online game. That's the only way they'll, unless you want to do a subscription. That's the only way they make the money to be able to keep the game going. And in all honesty, especially when it's an online game, they can't just go with a one-time purchase and hope the game and continue paying, putting money into it.
Mm,
You
I
know,
get it. But I
that's the
get it.
thing.
It is used car salesman-y though.
But that's the thing. When you're doing a multiplayer game of any kind, you're constantly putting money into it because you're having to
Yeah.
pay for servers, pay for updates, pay for things, pay to
The
fix
thing.
things, pay for maintenance. You're constantly having to do that. The thing
Multiplayer
with
games.
Fortnite
Oh,
is they are targeting specifically children with all their skins,
and so
all
is
the
Roblox.
bullshit. Exact same thing with Roblox.
Roblox just got in trouble for gambling.
Yeah.
Again. And Fortnite gets in trouble for a lot. actually. I
Yeah.
mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, there were servers on Minecraft that had pedophiles.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
So I mean, it's a matter of these games are fine for what they are.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand your conflict with them, but you also have to remember this is out of your age.
Oh, yeah. But
These are
it's
not games
what
made for you.
but my thing is
You're
should
about to
they
sound real
be,
old.
no, should they be allowed to do it? Because there are
Yes,
points where kid
so they can
and
get
that
caught.
it's like, it's one of those things like,
That's
should they
why.
be allowed to? Because it can be shown, and this is sad because I I have no issue with kids playing video games. I have no issue with that at all. But it's even done studies that Fortnite is extremely addicting. Like Fortnite is legitimately addicting for kids, and that's scary. That is
What's
fucking
scary?
scary.
That that is sounds like the piece of another concern. That's really the amount. Okay.
It's
We're at a point in humanity where nowadays, children. This is the first generation, really, really the first generation that's being raised entirely on screens.
yeah.
It's very different from any other form of human that we've had, and it's probably one of the dumbest things humans have ever done,
Oh yeah.
by far, by far. Uh, you are creating stupid children, to be honest. That's the reality of it. That's what the statistics and the studies have shown and proven, and it's disturbing. It honestly is. And I go, oh fuck, man. So it means you have to balance it, but
Oh, without a doubt.
in a day and age where parents have no control over their children because they're not good parents, and don't give me that shit.
Or or
If
they're
you're a
too
permissive parent, you fucking know it, so don't give me your
that
bullshit.
or they're too afraid that they'll call my child will call me CPS on me. Okay.
My father, if
Let
I
your kid call
ever
CPS.
here's the thing. Yeah,
You
let
want to
him.
go with
And
them?
also,
Go.
I I
I,
was I think a lot of kids lost out on the advantage that old school upbringings gave you because I would not even disrespect or dishonor my father or my mother to that extent to where I would even threaten such a concept
yeah.
because deep down I know they're good parents. That's the
Right.
difference. I think really it comes down to that. I think it comes down to the decay of parents' ability to control their children. And I don't mean in a slave servant way. I mean in a way of parents are not okay.
Yeah, I get what
My
you I'm
parents
getting what you mean. Yeah.
my parents were not my friends growing up because they
Yeah.
weren't my friends. They were my parents. They were authority figures that were guiding me through life that I could figure out on my own. I think that got lost in the mix, and it's why maybe it has something to do with why little Timmy over there is a little bastard and won't listen to his mom and rather play Fortnite and throws temper tantrums when he doesn't have his fucking Doritos. And I'm being genuine about that,
Yeah.
man, because you see it happen every day on social media, on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever Elon Musk wants to fucking rearrange it. I had a funny joke. You know what you do after you go on Tinder?
What?
You go to X and talk about it.
Fucking hell.
Anyways, no, seriously, man, it's
Oh
a
yeah,
real
yeah.
thing, and
I know.
this is specifically a conversation on younger kids, but I mean, this is kind of where the conversation led. As far as adults, guys, girls, men, ladies, whatever the fuck you are, I identify as an attack black. What was it called? An Apache helicopter.
Yeah.
What was it? What was it?
I
Yeah, yeah, gender fluid. That's cool. Everybody should drink plenty of fluids. I've pissed off so many people with that one. Or what was it that idiot said to me? What did he say? What do you say? Oh yeah, they're like, I got it off Cobra Kai, and I
yeah.
slayed with this one. They're like, like something woke, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm awake.
Here's my
He got
the fucking
so
the
mad.
woke. Hold
He
on.
got so mad.
The woke
It's
bullshit.
so
It isn't
stupid.
woke. It's just people accepting people.
What?
That's
I'm
all it
awake.
is. It isn't woke cult. It's just people accepting people for who they are.
I don't accept any of you for who you are. Fuck you.
Fuck you. No. But it's like
Make some
that isn't
improvements in
woke.
life.
Oh, y'all put a fucking like some people going, y'all put a black character in this. That's woke. No, it's just the character they chose. It's just the person they chose for a character.
You know, I
Ex-
remember the first time I heard that word. I only heard it about 3 months ago for the first time.
oh my lucky bastard.
So you got to
Uh,
understand. Well, you have to remember, Roshu. Jay doesn't go on
oh,
the
I
internet.
know.
I don't scroll Instagram. I don't scroll Twitter. I'm not on that shit. I'm either working or that computer's closed and I'm doing something else. I don't own a TV. I don't give a fuck about that shit. It's stupid. It's just designed to make you dumb. And I go, prove me wrong. And people go, well, there's this. I'm like, yeah. What'd you do today? Well, I'll watch this. I'm like, what'd you learn? Well, I don't remember. Yeah, exactly. Don't give me your crap. But that is an extreme viewpoint on
Yeah,
a person who was radically obsessive about making sure I'm at a standard I want to be at, which is also not fair to put on other people, which I don't.
yeah.
Unless you're getting trained by me in martial arts, then I'm just gonna beat you with sticks and then pay you in ramen noodles and give you chopsticks, then put on top of a mountain, make you climb a rope ladder to get it. No, man, I get it though. I get it though. Shit is just very different now, man. It's really interesting. And I look at the way entertainment's done now. Like streamers have to be more considerate about what they say and what they do, and comedians have to be more careful. And I've always been the type of person of like, look, motherfucker, I get paid to be offensive, so suck my dick. Like I don't care. I don't give a fuck, man, because I'm not gonna sit here and get upset. I'm sorry, Roshu. I know this shit. You know me though. I've
Yeah.
always been this way. I've never cared what other people think about my opinion because when I see truth in something, I'm going to say it. That's a job. That's my job. That's what goofballs and comedians and entertainers do.
Or should
We're
be able to do.
designed to point this. Nah, fuck that. It's what we're
Uh,
meant to do. I don't care what these other idiots be doing. Like trying to on some fake ass shit on some arrogance, thinking like what they do is actually helping the world. Hell no, man. You can entertain people, but also be authentic with them. I don't think the two are
oh yeah.
mutually non-exclusive.
Oh, but what I'm getting at is they should be able to people just getting pissed off over stupid shit.
Oh, getting pissed off
But
is
they're
the
a
most funniest
comedian.
thing in the world, guy.
But that's like it's my thing is that's a comedian. They're
It's his job.
making a joke on a thing that's going on.
Yep, I get it. And I can understand people cannot like something, but I
oh yeah.
go, but yeah, it used to stop at that. Like, I don't like it or boo. And that was literally,
There's also though a difference of making a joke and being a dick.
well, what if you're being a dick, but it's funny? Then it's a
But
good joke.
what I'm getting at is you're being a
Of
joke and
course.
legitimately just trying to be a dick about something to
Oh,
piss
certainly,
to
man.
to piss people. And that's what they're some guy what Matt Rife or whatever his fucking special bullshit. That's what he was doing. He made a
God, you
joke. He
internet
was just
people
to
are
be a
you guys are so
dick.
mad.
He was
What?
doing it to be
I'm
a
so
dick,
lost.
not to be funny, just to be a dick.
How much time we got, Roshu, my man?
Honestly, we're over the time that would usually get off, but I don't care. I
Oh my fucking
don't have
God.
nothing to do today.
Roshu. Roshu, let me know. Well, I did not even how many have we done 3 hours already? Holy
It's
shit.
already 103 here.
Oh my God. I had no idea we went on for that.
Yeah.
Incredible. Nah, man. What I do need to do though is I genuinely eat. That's one
Oh
thing
yeah.
I do have to do.
Yeah.
So
I
I
need
will
to
do
eat
that in a
something
second.
myself.
But yeah, yeah. So what we'll do is we will end it probably around here. But what I will say, thank you, man. It's been awesome being
Oh,
back with you, bro.
for sure. And I would say this because I guess Bacon wants it too, and probably more. I wouldn't mind doing this again, man. Let's out of that whenever you
Ooh,
have time.
I don't know. Maybe let me think about that because I genuinely know that my time commitments are different.
Oh yeah.
But what I will do is I'm not gonna say no. What I'm gonna say is maybe.
Oh yeah. Like,
I'm gonna say maybe.
and for me, it doesn't have to be strict time frames, strict days, or anything. It's just when we have a chance, when we have time. That's all we can do
Ah,
nowadays.
that's interesting. That's interesting. You know what? That's an interesting proposition. You know what? Let me genuinely
For sure, man. Yeah. All we can do is
I
think
like
about it and
that.
get together and Heck, if it's 2 months, if we can do it 2 months, like 2 months from now, that's fine. It's one of those things of
Alright.
we're both busy,
Yeah.
and
I
people got
know,
to
man, we
understand
are.
that. Like we got shit we got to do.
I fucking know. Speaking of which, dude, before I get out of here, I gotta ask, why did we not oh, wait, no, no, I already know. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. What's next for you, man?
Uh, like I said, working on
I
those.
know you're making content.
Yeah, I said working on those. Getting those lore videos started for. Probably going to start with Lord of the Rings to begin with, but
Fuck yeah.
getting that started and waiting for
That's
shit
cool,
to
man.
come out. That's the
I
biggest thing,
think
just waiting for stuff to be out.
I'm gonna tell you right now, man, I think one of the best things you could ever do, Imma say it here, is start making lore videos.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, people would love that from you because the thing is, man, you actually will it's not something that's hard for you to do. It is the most minimal effort thing you could ever do. And I don't mean that like you're gonna create a bad video. I mean, it's so easy for you to do it. It's not gonna feel like work.
Oh yeah. My hardest thing is this of squirrel, pay attention.
Yes. Yes, I understand that. I understand that part. All right.
uh,
I'm gonna get some food. Thank
I
you,
need to
everybody, for
too as
tuning
well.
in to Uncivilized Banter One Night Stand 2024. Oh my god.
No.
I
Oh.
actually, everybody, if you wanna find me, I am currently on a couple audio dramas. One is called Nexus, that's from Shark and Kings Productions, that's on YouTube and Patreon. I know Roche's got issues with it, but, I mean, it's my job, what do I do? I'm also I'm also hired on another audio drama, Purgatorians, by Serenity Solo Studios under Paul Hornsby, and he's a really good guy. I play a character, and I'll be there for the foreseeable future. And I have awesome news. Not the movie I'm doing. I got hired from a really awesome YouTube channel, and I can't say much more, but be on the lookout because it's a big one. And I cannot wait to show
Hmm.
everybody the results of that collaboration. It has been fucking incredible doing it. I still make music. I just released a song, and I also would like to tell people that I am a writer on Amazing Rap Battles on YouTube. So if you want to go seek that out, you
Oh
can go find
shit.
some of the stuff that I've written for. Yeah, so I'm doing that, and
All
other
right,
than
man.
that,
Hey,
yeah, man, I'm just
look,
this is what I'm doing. Roshu, I went from streaming and making contact to like I've gotten to a point to where like I'm actually a full-time voiceover talent and actor now. Like it's crazy.
nice, man.
It's fucking crazy,
Hey,
man. And I see
well,
you working so well with like nearly 5K subscriber fucking followers on Twitch and all the work you're fucking doing. I'm so happy for you, man. It's been so nice to see something you really gave your heart to pan out and then start to climb and then start to grow. And I'm just fucking happy for you, man.
appreciate it,
I
man.
really am. That
Man,
shit means a
dude.
lot to me to see your success.
But you too, man. Damn. You're gonna have to send me links for some of that stuff.
Oh, I said, yeah, it's gonna be in the my Discord Shades of J when it's all set out. They made me do a fucking channel for it. They wanted a separate section so they could watch all my shit because I made them vote. I'm not gonna do it. They vote. I went, fuck, okay, I gotta make it. All right, damn it. But thank you for tuning in to Uncivilized
Oh,
Banter.
for
I'm gonna go
sure.
eat
Thank you all for being
food.
here.